Game number 5. We have the Buffalo Bills at home taking on the New England Patriots. As you can see, I am participating in the whiteout. Got my beanie on, got my white jersey on, and you guys in the chat, let's see who can guess what jersey this is. What team is this jersey? Let's see if anyone can guess it. Let's see if anyone can guess whose jersey I am wearing. What team? I'll give you a hint. It is the greatest franchise in professional sports. Sawyer says Penn State. Incorrect. Incorrect. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. Welcome everyone in the chat. Who we got in here? Truth, Smooth Gaming, Peas, Slade, Elijah. How's it going? Winnipeg? Nope. Yeah, Eagles losing to the Broncos. That's an interesting one. Gavin McKenna. Yeah, you guys ready to see this? Buffalo Sabres hockey. They're back Thursday, so it's time. It's time to bust out the Sabres jerseys. What better time to do it during a whiteout game? And of course, I don't have a Bills away jersey because what kind of sicko owns a Bills away jersey? So had to bust out the Sabres jerseys. Welcome in the chat, everyone. We're about 20 minutes from kickoff. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a highly anticipated game. I know a lot of people a little bit nervous, saying the Bills might be due for a loss. They're the last unbeaten team in the league. I know that's kind of unfair to say, though, because the Eagles played their 5th game already. So if the Bills lose, they would be tied with the Eagles. But if they win, they're first in the league. Not that it means too much after 5 games, but we'll certainly take it. And let's go to our inactives. Let's discuss this because there were some names on there that I don't think a lot of people expected to see. Now is a good chance to plug our Instagram too. If you don't follow our Instagram, be sure to check us out. Same thing as the YouTube Buffalo SportsCenter. We post a whole lot more over on there. But inactives today, we have TJ Sanders, interesting inactive, the early draft pick D tackle. Along with him on that defensive line, Ed Oliver. Chase Lunt out on the offensive line. Dorian Williams out as a linebacker. We saw him flare up on that injury report middle of the week. Jordan Hancock's out. Brandon Codrington's out once again. And wide receiver Elijah Moore not playing. That means Curtis Samuel is in, and Landon Jackson will make his debut for the Buffalo Bills playing on the edge. We'll see if he could get any pressure. That's an interesting decision. And I think Landon Jackson is going to be, he's got a lot to prove because he gets injured early. Then he doesn't even get in some of these games. And he was already a reach, I would say, in the draft. So he has a lot to prove. He has a lot of pressure on him. He's got to get some stuff done early on in his career to make people respect him. Yeah. Elijah Moore not playing is interesting. It's a very interesting decision. And I'm not opposed to it in the sense that, like I said, Curtis Samuel can kind of play the Elijah Moore and Brandon Codrington role. So if you could bang out 2 for 1 with one guy and carry an extra D lineman or, maybe a different receiver later in the year, fine, I get it. But Elijah Moore, I haven't liked the way they've used him so far this year. It's just been gadget play after gadget play after gadget play. If you're not going to use him downfield, I'm okay with this move. So we will see what the Bills' offense looks like tonight if they just keep spamming the run or if they try to switch it up a little bit. It's going to be an interesting game for sure. Thank you guys for being here again. Smash that like button. I think we are 10 likes already, so that's a great milestone already. Let's try to get to 20 likes by halftime. That would be a good start to this game. Let's see some score predictions in the comment section. Who do you guys got winning this game? The panel once again swept. Everyone picked the Bills in our panel in our preview video, and I think that trend is going to continue until the Bills lose a game. It'd be hard to pick against them right now. Somebody might. Yeah, Elijah, you got to give me the update for Donia high school football. Let's hear what they did. High school football about halfway through the season around here, these Buffalo area. It's been a good season. I've heard some new teams cracking the top of the standings. College football, what a day we had Saturday. What was supposed to be kind of an unsuspecting run of the mill Saturday, nothing too special. It turned into an absolute crazy day. Whole lot of upsets. Penn State, Texas, both teams unranked now. So football is electric right now. Sawyer, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? As somebody is shooting fireworks off. Um, Interesting. Some pregame fireworks. Dunkirk 1-4, and Fredonia 1-4 too. Oof. Yeah, rough start for them. Keep in mind, we're streaming every single Bills game and Sabres game this season. We will be live today, of course. Don will be live Thursday with the Sabres. Me and Jaden will be at the game. We'll be doing a vlog. And then Saturday, I'll be live for the Sabres game. And then the Monday after, we'll do a quick live stream before the game. And then we will be vlogging that game. So technically, we're not streaming it, but we are streaming it. We'll be live for a little bit there for pregame ceremonies, and we'll be vlogging it. So we're counting it as a stream. So they're doing their little intro video now. Should be a very fun game. I'm excited to see what this crowd looks like. Let's see, Indiana didn't get to play yesterday. Sabres are going to make the playoffs. That's what they're saying. That's what the people are saying. I'm not gonna say no just yet. It's interesting. Well, if you guys want to watch the podcast tomorrow, we talk a little bit about the Sabres. Actually, a lot about the Sabres because we've already filmed it. And it is mainly about analytics and why all these people in the analytics department are projecting the Sabres between 90 and 100 points. One came out today from Evolving Hockey, 98.5 points. That is unheard of. I cannot remember the last time that a Sabres team was projected that highly. And this year just doesn't really make sense. I mean, the goaltending's not there. The defense is a little better, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, 5 minutes till kickoff. Or 5 minutes till Sunday Night Football. It says it'll be a little more till kickoff. A floor of 90 points is crazy. Yeah, and 90 points could probably get you in the playoffs. So if they can get to there, I don't know. I personally, I mean, again, I'll keep saying it. Like, eventually, you got to luck into it. But like the team they have now, realistically, if I had to put a significant bet on it, I would probably say no. Sawyer said you're going to the game in Boston. Oh, the Saturday night one. That should be sick. Hopefully, that's a good game. So between the two of us, we will be at all three of their first three games. So that's cool. Be sure to send some pictures to the Discord as well. We'll be able to share them. Victor, how's it going? Yeah, it's time to get hyped. This is going to be a big divisional game. Patriots suck. Yankees suck. So hyped for the Sabres. What is going on with the Yankees? The Blue Jays are just making a mockery of them. And again, the Yankees don't have the greatest bullpen this year. Their pitching hasn't been good. I wasn't really expecting the Yankees to go that far in the playoffs, and I'm a Mets fan, so maybe I'm biased, but I certainly didn't expect the Blue Jays to wipe the floor with them, and that's what they've been doing so far. Yep, only undefeated team left. We'll see if that stands after tonight. Of course, the Eagles lost today to the Broncos in comeback fashion, and then we saw a couple upsets today. Cardinals lost to the Titans. That's tough. Saints beat the Giants. I predicted that, but here we go. So America's picked 77%, and the panel is split. We have 5 panelists picking the Bills, 4 to the Patriots. McCourty is one of the Patriots votes. Disregard his vote. He's a former Patriots player. This crowd looks like they've completed the whiteout, so congratulations. So the Patriots are running on the field now. We got some boos. Oh boy, Chris Collinsworth getting ready to call this one. Broncos defense is no joke. Sean Payton was going to turn that team around. They certainly aren't. And Benito is one of the most underrated players in football, especially on the defensive side of things. So I'd be surprised if Denver isn't able to turn that season around and get to the playoffs and potentially win that division after the Chargers kind of have blown their good start. And the Kansas City Chiefs started rough too. So it's anyone's division in that AFC West. We will have to wait and see who jumps at the opportunity. Personally, I saw a lot of people picking the Broncos preseason. Then those picks got changed into Chargers picks, and now it's kind of back to, the Chiefs are back, but at the same time, a lot of people want the Broncos to be good. Sure to like this live stream and share it before this game too. Let's try to get a bigger community over here. Thank you guys for joining. It's always fun doing these. We're at 11 likes so far, so thank you guys for that. Truth, how's it going? It's going to be a very fun game. I'm excited to see how much the crowd plays a factor into this. Unfortunately, the Bills were unable to change the turf colors. So far, the rivalry teams have been able to paint the field and make it more of a theme for these games. Next year, we'll be able to do that with the grass field, but with the turf, it seems like we are unable to be able to do that. I know if they did cut out the turf and put white end zones in or something, it would have been a little bit dangerous. So they didn't want to do that. Got a Josh Palmer commercial, so I think now would be a good time to talk about Josh Palmer. I think he is due for another big game. After week 1, he's kind of disappeared a little bit. Has had a couple receptions each game. He's let you know he's there, but he hasn't really wowed yet with the Bills. So I think we'll have to, again, wait and see on him. Yeah, whiteout game. Yeah, it's the rivalry game. Yeah, the Bills, not a team that usually does these like theme games. We saw in the last like 5 years, the NFL has really gotten into these theme games. The stripe game in Cincinnati, the whiteout in Minnesota. So we've seen some of these games, and I think the Bills, they had to do it. Would this be cooler if it was in December and it was snowing? Absolutely, but this was the day that really fit because you got to wear them for a rivalry game, and you got to be the home team to wear them. So this was the one because they've already played the Dolphins and then that last game against the Jets is going to be a red helmet game, of course. So this was the game. So if you want to blame anyone for them picking this game, you could only blame the schedule makers. That's about it. But I'm not going to say anything about the schedule makers because the Bills' schedule so far has been pretty chump, and it next week's going to be tough against Atlanta. This week is tough against the Patriots. Again, these are hungry teams that are, a big time win against the Bills away from getting themselves right back on track and into the playoff race. So we're going to see a hungry Patriots team. Now let's talk about that Patriots offense. Drake Mays look good. Their run games look good. We got to skip right to the receivers, though. Mac Hollins and Stefon Diggs back in Buffalo. That'll be the storyline of the night, aside from the whiteout. See if Stefon Diggs does anything, any celebrations, anything. crazy that you can sense a subtle dig at Buffalo. Bills are running onto the field. They're showing the highlights of it. Those jerseys do look really good on the field so far. I'll have to take a look at them in game to really make my mind up on them. But so far, so good. But there's Chris Collinsworth. There's our buddy Mike Trico and Chris, dynamic duo. So they're still doing player introductions, but we are getting close to kickoff. I think the goal for this game, if you're the Bills, is get a jump on the Patriots, right? Throw the ball downfield. It is a beautiful day, no wind, 80 degrees. It's going to dip into the 70s, of course, but this is as good of weather as you're going to get in October in Buffalo ever. So take advantage of that. Throw the ball, use your quarterback that has the best arm in the league. Get the job done. You met Chris Collinsworth at the Saratoga track. The ending of the Titans Arizona game. Yeah, that touchdown was insane. And then yeah, they played scared football. That was absolutely scared football. Absolutely scared football from the Arizona Cardinals. Deserved to lose that game. Absolutely. And I got the Sabres jersey on, so I got to give the update. Jordan Greenway and Rasmus Dahlin are at the game, and they posed up with Terry Pagula. Yeah, that catch and fumble is crazy. And look at that. We have a new emote for members. Bills emote. So if you guys are not members yet, or if you guys would like to donate a membership to someone, get those emotes, brand new emote in the chat. We must have got one, not during a live stream. So you love to see it. Jason, how's it going? He is in chat showing off those emotes. Sawyer showing it off as well. There we go. Got to have the Bills logo in there. Got to do it. So that'll be nice to see. And thank you guys for the continued support. We'll set a donation goal here shortly too. We'll do one for the first half, one for the second half. See if we could smash that, and that'll get us there. I know we're doing good. Prime, how's it going? See, can somebody can one of the members right now just show every emote that you guys got? Just put like one of each, just to show the chat right now. Sawyer says, "Bulls Mafia, rise up." UB, hey, it ain't pretty, but they're winning games. That was an ugly game. There you go, Jason. Thank you. So we got Terry. Sawyer did it as well. So yeah, we got Terry. We got the Rizzler. Got the Sabres. Paper bag. The paper bag is technically my emo. That is me. But Elijah, Mr. Brightside. Yeah, maybe we'll do that as an emo. We got the Josh Allen one, and then the new Bills one. So that's a good spread. Real good spread of emotes. And again, the more members we get, the more emotes we can add, the more traction we can get. So again, thank you guys. And if you guys are already members, you can always donate memberships. Memberships are much appreciated, and those are the best way to make the experience better in the chat. It's not it's not too much towards us, but it's a good mix of helping out the people in the chat and helping out the people that are already members that really has supported us for a long time. So I appreciate it. And there's that donation goal as well. Buffalo, New York says Eagles lost, which means we're the only undefeated team. Yeah, we were discussing that, and yeah, we have one game to win to claim that spot. Stefon Diggs interview. Let's listen in. Said it's nostalgic. He's got love and respect for the team. He's excited. Waited all week for it. Said Drake May reminds him of Allen with moxie and energy. He's excited to watch Drake May play tonight. Leadership has grown. Again, this is the new fiance of Cardi B. Said he loves this game. He's trying to be the example. So, they said, turn your TV on. And he went over to the crowd after the interview, and the crowd was kind of clapping for him. So no hard feelings from the, 10 or so rows that he went over to, and he was hyping them up. These guys had the chance. Yeah, Jason, you missed a crazy day of football. Fred Jackson firing up the crowd tonight. Billy Buffalo is absolutely decked out. And this crowd looks hot tonight. This crowd is hot. Yeah, Diggs getting that good reception for sure. Whew. Oh, and it is a pure whiteout at this stadium. We saw a lot of people are in the blue jerseys for tailgating, but they have switched. This crowd looks good. It's time to go. Patriots will get the ball to start. It'll be interesting to see when Diggs catches his first ball what the crowd reception is, though, because then you'll get the full cheer or boo. Anyway, kickoff is fielded at the 5, and the Patriots are underway. Going to be tripped up and down at the 30. And here comes the Patriots. Yeah, Fred Jackson hyping up the crowd. First play, rollout throw. It's going to be caught by Stefon Diggs. And there he goes. Juke move to the 40 and tackled at the 46. So a premeditated play there from New England to get Diggs in the game early. Smart move by the Patriots. And Jason hits us with a $2 donation. Says, excited for this game tonight. Let me start this off. Let's go. Shout out Jason. W's in the chat for Jason. Spam those W's. Smashing that quarter or half one donation goal. First and 10 from the 45. It's going to be a pitch. Bills defense all over it. Greg Rousseau makes the tackle for a 2-yard loss. Mike Vrabel with his emotionless stare on the sidelines. 2nd and 12. Yeah, these jerseys look great on the field. May throws it out wide to his running back. Going to be tackled down. That's Gibson. Tackled for about, 5-yard gain. So far ahead, so just pause the stream a little bit and sync up. It's better I'm ahead than if you guys are ahead. It's easier to pause the stream than pause the TV. 3rd and 7. Third and 7, empty backfield. Drake made a throw. Bosa gets on him, and he gets brought down. Greg Rousseau. Finally, Greg Rousseau enters the chat. And 4th down, that'll force a punt. Wow. A good little stunt from the Bills. Faked the pressure, the pocket collapsed, and Greg Rousseau was all over him. Joey Bosa also in the backfield. Shakir back to receive. Former Michigan State punter Bryce Behringer will punt. It'll be fair caught at the 13-yard line, so tough starting field position for the Bills, but you'll certainly take it as we head to commercial. 0-0. Great start from the Bills. After a first play by Diggs that, yeah, I mean, if you stopped watching that drive after the first play, you probably assumed they were going to get at least a field goal, but defense turned up after that one. What do you guys think of Diggs? Let me know in the chat. You guys got hard feelings against Diggs? Are you guys okay with them? Basically, I'll sum the question up like this: Are you someone that would boo Diggs, or would you give him the standing ovation? Let me know in the chat. I want to get a gauge about all of that. Personally, I don't know. It was an ugly breakup with Diggs and the Bills. Kind of a situation that was a stalemate for a little bit, and then we don't truly know the truth of what happened. Yeah, Victor, Milano's in. Ed Oliver's still out, but Milano is playing. TJ Sanders also not playing. Smooth Gaming says cheer. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. He's on a division rival now. He went to Houston. He said he wanted to win. And if you're leaving Buffalo, you're basically saying, I think Houston's a better team, which they're not. And I don't know, it's tough. But at the same time, he did a lot for the community when he was here. Was a great guy pregame, was throw balls in the stands, interact with the crowd. So I don't know, it's tough to gauge him. Sawyer said boo him for being bad that last season. I mean, it is fair. He did do a lot of complaining in the last couple of years, and he was supposed to be our number one and had a couple crucial drops. So again, I could see both sides of the coin. I could see if you guys hate him, if you guys like him. I get it. Again, an argument could be made. Josh Allen would not be in the same place he is if not for Diggs. And you got to agree with that to an extent. I don't think Stefon Diggs, made Allen by any sense of the imagination, but without him, Allen would have never had a true number one in his entire career. So you gotta wonder how much longer the development of Allen would have been without a guy that he could trust, or at least early on before that relationship deteriorated. Anyway, 1st and 10. Allen scrambles, and he is brought down at the line of scrimmage by Ellis, but there is a flag. Got to imagine it's holding on either the offense or the defense. There's going to be a hold on the Bills, so they're going to see if they want to accept this or not. Allen made Diggs. See, I don't necessarily agree with that one. They're gonna accept the penalty, so it'll still be 1st down. I think the Bills are actually okay with that. I don't know if I agree, because Stefon Diggs was a huge get. I mean, everyone was so hyped when we first got him. A true number one in Buffalo. So I don't know. It's tough to say. Did Allen make Diggs a better receiver? Absolutely, but you could say the same the other way around for the first little bit. So now it's 1st and 17 instead of 2nd and 10. Bills backed up all the way on their own 7. James Cook in motion. Now he goes back next to Allen. Single back. Kincaid in motion. Allen looks, he's going to scramble again. Now he throws downfield, and what a catch. Dalton Kincaid, a diving catch, probably a 14-yard gain. We'll have a 2nd and 3 or so coming up. Oh yeah, Spectrum on. Yeah, you could do anything on the Xbox too. Could use like Google to look up streams. You could use Spectrum TV. It's definitely handy. But a good catch by Kincaid to start this game. So 2nd and 2 now. Getting the Bills off their own goal line. Curtis Samuel in motion. Now he goes all the way to the outside. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Cook. Cook bounces out wide. He's got 1st down yardage and a little bit more, and he goes out of bounds all the way to the 28. Yeah, what a play by Allen on that one. Stepping up, avoiding the sack, and making that throw on the dart. So in these player intros, Kincaid used his elementary school, Osiris Torrance used his high school, and Deion Dawkins, of course, already Schno University. 1st and 10 from the 28. Handoff to Cook. Going to be about a 2-yard gain to the 29 or 30. Got to be a little bit worried, though. These first couple of plays, the Patriots have gotten a good pass rush off. Allen, the first play, had to scramble. The second play had to scramble, made that good play. Third play, they were right up the middle again. Cook bounced it out, and then that one, they were all over the run up the middle. So you got to start looking outside, I think. Maybe a quick throw here or a toss, something outside. 2nd and 8 from the 29. Yep, quick wide receiver screen to Shakir. Bounces it a little bit inside. He gets to the 33. Have a 3rd and moderate. So the Bills did just that. One of these weeks we're going to come out slinging the ball. I hope so, but doesn't look like it's this week. Saving all those for bigger games, I guess, but or when they're trailing, I think they're saving those plays. I don't know. 3rd and 4. Shavers in motion. Goes back down. And Allen takes the snap. This time he's got plenty of time to throw it. Now he gets rushed. Scrambles, looking downfield, throws it to the middle, and it's caught by Kincaid right at midfield and tackled in New England Patriots territory at the 46-yard line. Heck of a job by Allen to keep that play alive, and Dalton Kincaid finally got open. Yeah, it looked like, I think that was Shakir or Shavers over the middle was open, but he was getting bull rush at the time and couldn't hit him. Everyone else was clamped up until Kincaid got loose. Good job by Allen extending the play, and Kincaid taking a second approach on his route. Now Dawson Knox in at tight end. Cook way in the backfield. You got to assume this is a run. That's a drop snap, and the Patriots are going to get the ball. The snap hit Dawson Knox in motion. I don't know what the heck that play was. It looked like they wanted to do an end around to Dawson Knox. What a stupid play design to begin with. And a turnover just like that. Oh, boy. The Patriots will get the ball right at midfield to start this next drive. Wow. Ugly, ugly, ugly as we head to commercial break. Just getting too cute. Boy, I love sports. It's all right. Yeah, again, I'll continue to try to stay calm. And just a precursor, I will not be this calm for the Sabres season. I am well aware that the Sabres have to win every close game to have a chance this year. So, yeah, we'll relax a little bit while we can. Yep. Elijah, well said. I don't know what that play design is. Why are we Dawson Knox on a wide? I don't know. Calendon raging over the Sabres' peak. Oh, get ready. I'm excited to do these vlogs in person too. I want to get other people's opinions, right? People at the arena, people spending their money to go to these games. I want to see what they have to say. If maybe the crowd that shows up for these games is a little more optimistic than the crowd on social media, I don't know. We'll see. I got to know where UB vlog upcoming. I was gonna go to the game against Troy and decided not to, and now I don't know. There's a chance maybe I go to one of the Maction Tuesday night games later on in the season, but they don't have too many home games left, so I'm not quite sure. We will see. There'll definitely be something in the works, but I think if we ever did a UB vlog, I would want like behind the scenes access, give you guys a little bit of a stadium tour, a locker room tour, all that sort of stuff. So I'll reach out to some upcoming freshmen and sophomores next season, some guys that we have on podcasts lined up too for UB, and see if we can get some access through them. Obviously, it's easier to get access through some of those younger guys than getting the seniors to respond to everything. But anyway, 1st and 10, we're back from commercial break on the Bills 47. Patriots will start their drive in a run formation. And it's going to be play action. Drake May looking downfield. He hits Stevenson in the middle of the field, and the ball's out. And Tre'Davious White falls on top of it, and the Bills get the ball right back. Now, hang on just a second. He might have been down. The Bills have the ball, but the referees have not made a call just yet. The ruling on the field is a fumble, and the Bills get the ball right back. Oh, my goodness. Let's take a look at it here. The ball's out. That ball is out. Shaq Thompson, I think, on the hit. Yeah, Shaq Thompson having a heck of a start as a Buffalo Bill. If there's anyone I would give surprise player of the year, it's Shaq Thompson. Has made a couple big time plays this year on special teams and on defense. And just like that, the Bills said, maybe minus 10 yards. We could forget that fumble even happened. At their own 38, 1st and 10. Allen hands it off. Ray Davis, a flea flicker. Allen looking downfield. Nobody's open. He throws it. And it is caught. Curtis Samuel at the 40 of New England. Okay. I don't know if that's the play I would have picked after turning the ball over your last play on offense, but a risky play. And did not have Coleman open on the streak, but a beautiful ball by Allen. Fitted into Samuel, and now, hang on. Oh, whoa. Play got blown dead. The Bills snapped the ball, but the refs are coming in saying you got to let the other team sub. So that one's blown dead. I don't think they're going to. Yeah, so they're just going to say the defense has to be allowed to sub because James Cook was a sub. That's been a thing in the league for a while now. We've seen it predominantly in the last couple of years, right, where the offense makes a substitution and the refs come in and blow it dead, and you got to wait for the defense to make a move if they want to. Bills tried to sneak a play, and the refs were all over it. First and 10 from the 42 in New England territory. Single back is Cook. Going to be a handoff up the middle. Cook makes a couple guys miss, and it's going to be a 4-yard gain up the middle. UB Stadium is literally open almost 24/7. Pretty cool to go inside it, even if it's the worst stadium in FBS. Yeah, very easy to get into. I've been up there and have been able to check it out, but I'm just saying, like, a locker room access and all that, and maybe like sideline access for the game and stuff would make the vlog a little bit better than sitting in the crowd and having to look over the track. 2nd and 5. Allen tosses it to Ty Johnson. He's got a little bit of a hole. He pushes forward for a 1st down over the 30. But there is a flag, so hang on just a second. Where's all the Patriots fans that said we're going to lose now? It's still early, still tie game. Going to be a penalty on the offense. Illegal formation. Right tackle was uncovered. They said 5-yard penalty only. So that's going to end up pushing it back to 2nd and 10. Yeah, Palmer was not lined up on the line of scrimmage, and Spencer Brown had no one lined up on him. So the refs all over everything tonight so far. We'll see if that continues. 2nd and 10. Allen making some audibles at the line. Takes the snap. He's going to throw it downfield to Coleman. Tried to back shoulder pass, but it's incomplete. And it seems like Keon Coleman has become a one-trick pony in this offense, where they just kind of tried the DeAndre Hopkins or Calvin Johnson routes with him, the fades, the back shoulder passes, and he honestly just has not been that guy so far. It's something that you give a guy someone that can't get separation, so hopefully that changes later on in the season. 3rd and 10. Keon Coleman started in the backfield, but moved over to the line of scrimmage. Ty Johnson now motions a little bit. Allen's going to throw. 3rd and 10. It's going to be a chuck route again to Keon Coleman, and incomplete. So back-to-back, terrible, terrible plays. I don't know why they think Keon Coleman is the second coming of Calvin Johnson, but a good play by Jones, the cornerback, to break that one up, and it'll be 4th and 10, and the Bills are going to have to punt it away. I personally would have went underneath there, try to get a couple yards, and maybe go for it on 4th down, but the Bills will have to punt it now and try to pin the Patriots back. Mitch Wisnowski, and there's a flag already on this play. The punt goes out of bounds at around the 10, but there's a flag. They'll probably have to re-kick it. Legal formation on the Bills. So New England's going to take that penalty from the spot. So the New England Patriots will start at the 20. So with the penalty, the punt was absolute garbo. Bills punter issues continue. If any of you guys in the chat know how to punt a football, hit up Brandon Bean. That was a bad one. Yeah, play calling has been terrible. 82 degrees. Yeah, it was a heater today for sure. But I'm pretty sure after the next couple of days, we are routinely in 60s. It's still going to be beautiful weather. I mean, you can't complain about high 60s in October in Buffalo, but 80 is just ridiculous. Kicked a 30-yard field goal yesterday at high school. I mean, practice some punting, and you might be the youngest NFL player in NFL history. Sloppiness is getting ridiculous. We're beyond telling the Bills to be more disciplined. Yeah, it's been a McDermott thing. It was a Rex Ryan thing too. It's just the group of guys we got. I guess it's they just all these stupid penalties, and it's not the during the play penalties. It's pre-snap stuff, not knowing where to line up. So that stuff cannot happen, and that's the finite details that the team just doesn't seem to grasp. But they're 4-0. Again, it's hard to kind of pick them apart. Every team does it, but you got to be a little better. There you go. Jason said it. Smash the like button here. We're up to 13 likes. Let's try to get to 20 by halftime. That would be a pretty good milestone. Get to 20 likes by halftime. Still got a lot of time to get that, but sooner the better on that one. And yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, you punt the ball from midfield and it's already back to the 20. That's a prime opportunity to pin him deep, and that's just a bad first impression from Mitch. So anyone's game still. Anyone's game. First and 10 from the 20. I formation. Patriots. And Drake May. It's going to be a handoff to Gibson. The Bills' defensive line kind of fluttered on that one, and he will have a 9-yard gain up the middle. Zion Logue, part of the tackle. Keep in mind, Jimmy Charlo is now a member of the team. He was signed off the practice squad for this week, not just elevated, but signed. Stuff that prevents you from going to the Super Bowl or losing one. Absolutely. It's the little details, and the best coaches have the teams that don't do that. Drake May up the middle to Gibson, and that one's going to be a first down carry and a little bit more, all the way to the 36. So Ramondre Stevenson, they said, is it looks bad because he's not on the field, and after that fumble, but they said Vrabel went right over to him and encouraged him. Didn't seem too upset, so I'm sure he'll be back on the field after this drive. But it's going to be a Gibson drive for sure. First and 10, Gibson in the backfield. Drake May under center. Hands it off up the middle, and why not after those first two plays? But this one is stalled. A 1-yard gain. So after 3 attempts, the third one finally gets stopped, and there goes Stevenson back on the field. And that's kind of something we see with the Bills, right? They do 2 runs up the middle and they work, and then they try a third one and it doesn't work. It's bad coaching. Just a wasted play. You know they're going to run it back in I formation. So 2nd and 8. That would have been the perfect play for New England to do play action and burn Buffalo downfield, but they didn't. So 2nd and 8 at a wing spread. It's going to be play action now, and the screen was not there. So Drake may spike the ball. I don't know if anyone was in the area. That might be intentional grounding. They're going to say the Patriots receiver, Kyle Williams. Clarification here. Kyle Williams, the receiver on the Patriots, was in the area. I don't know about that, but I guess close enough. But good job by Epinesa to blow that play up. 3rd and 8. Here's where the Bills defense really struggles. These 3rd and longs, and they're all over the field right now. This defense has no idea what's going on. Finally, they get set. Another wing spread. It's going to be a throw. Bills send a little bit of pressure. It's an out wide throw to, Boutte. And he reaches the ball across the line. And they marked him just at the line. So it's going to be a first down. Benford on the coverage and was unable to tackle him before stretching that ball out over the line. Got it by a half yard. Bad 3rd down defense again from the Bills. And this is what's going to slow them down this year. That 3rd down defense all the way up to the 43. It's going to be a pitch out wide to Gibson, and he has a head of steam, 5-yard gain. Clock's ticking, 3:30 to go in the first. The run defense continues to struggle. And honestly, the pass defense hasn't been much better. And there's obvious passing downs. The Bills defense has come up short. Westover, the fullback in the backfield, along with Gibson. 2nd and 3. It's a long 3. I'd say 2nd and 4. Be a handoff up the middle, and that one's blown up. Good job by the defense. Gibson went nowhere. We'll have a 3rd and 3. Josh McDaniels, of course, the offensive coordinator, 6-time Super Bowl champion as an assistant coach with them. 3rd down again. Let's see what the Bills defense draws up. This one a little bit tougher, though. 3rd and 3. You got to anticipate a throw, a short throw. Stevenson in the backfield. Drake May takes the snap. He's looking, and it is dropped. Stefon Diggs drops the ball. How about that? And the Patriots offense trots off the field. The Bills will be getting the ball right back. Take a look at this throw. Tre'Davious White on the coverage. Diggs got open. He was wide open and threw it a little bit behind him. Aaron Johnson was coming off of his zone to cover the throw, and Diggs, that's a drop. Kind of a bad throw as well. Let's see Bryce Behringer's punt. Plenty of time to punt. This one's a sky kick. To be fair, caught at the 14. So another not great punt. This game hasn't had too many good punts yet. 0 points. As we head to commercial, the Bills will have bad starting field position yet again. Yeah, it looks like we don't need Diggs, right? That's a bad drop for sure, but it's it's a tough throw, but a bad throw. Threw it behind him. Diggs was in the middle of the zone, and I think Drake May was pressured a little bit. Had to throw the ball quicker than he would like. Usually on those, you wait for the receiver to sit in between the zone, and you just sling it in between the two defenders. A little bit too early. Diggs was still moving one way, and then peeled off to go the other way. Not going to work. But again, he was open, so that Bills zone defense once again shouldn't have got that stop. I can't give you guys any score updates in the NFL because this is the lone game of the night. Next Monday, I'll be able to do that because there's two Monday night football games, but I can give you MLB scores or score. Detroit and Seattle 0-0 in the bottom of the third. Detroit up 1-0 in the best of five series. We go to the NBA. The Lakers and Golden State Warriors are in a preseason game. I guess if there's any preseason basketball you want to watch, these would be the two teams to do it. That West Coast battle, 13-16 in favor of the Warriors right now. Doesn't matter, I know. The WNBA, the finals, 2-0 in favor of the Las Vegas Aces. Defeated Phoenix today. If any of you guys watched that full game in the chat, I'll give you points. I certainly did not with the NFL slate on. Elijah's a Lakers fan. Okay. Both teams got a little tense, feeling each other out. Yeah. It's interesting. Like, again, scared play calling from the Bills, not doing too much, but then they do a risky end around that they cause a fumble on, and then the next play do a flea flicker. It doesn't make too much sense. But once again, Bills receivers not getting open downfield. And it seems, again, you got to do stuff like flea flickers or something to get them remotely open. Even on that play, Curtis Samuel couldn't get too far open. So from the 14-yard line, the Bills will have 1st and 10. Cook in the backfield. Curtis Samuel in motion. It's going to be an end around to Samuel. He had trouble with it, but now he gets it, and he's downed at the 20, but there is a flag. So another penalty flag. This game is so many flags. Going to be on the Bills again. Holding. One's on Kincaid, half the distance. They'll bring up a 1st and 17. Once again, they just did this last time they had the ball down here. Worthy now listed as questionable tomorrow night. I think the Jags upset them Monday. That'll be a fun game. Again, what version of the Chiefs do we get? What version of the Jags do we get? Must see TV. Davis the third for the Patriots is down on the field, injured. It looks like they're checking out his leg. Carlton Davis, 2 pass deflections so far this season and 10 tackles. Good to see Spencer Brown back on the Bills' offensive line. Last week, we certainly noticed him with all the pressure. Christian Gonzalez missed the first 3 games of the season with a hamstring injury, came back last week, and now is playing this game. Now Davis is up and he's gingerly walking off the field. Don't know if he tweaked something, but it doesn't look like he tore anything. See where the injury occurred. His own guy, I think that's Ellis, kicked him. Yeah. So he should be fine. First and 17 with 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Here are the Bills. I don't know. Eventually, you got to take a deep ball. Spread the defense out a little bit. Cook lined up in the shotgun formation with Allen. Shakir in motion. Allen making an audible. Allen gets rushed, finds an open receiver, and if Coleman fumbles the ball, it's still loose. It's still loose. I think somehow did the Patriots get on top of it? I think they did. And they did. The Patriots get the ball at the 10-yard line. Another fumble from the Bills. Keon Coleman this time. That ball was jumping around a little bit. It looked like two Bills linemen were going to have a chance to get it, but it slipped, and the Patriots get the ball. Wow. Connor McGovern almost got to it. No Cyrus Torrance, but going to be Patriots ball. Well, the Patriots, they're going to score some points on this drive. First and 10 from the 11. Going to hand it to Gibson, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard loss. Terrell Bernard on the tackle. See if this Bills defense can stand tall and force a field goal attempt. And it makes you wonder, I mean, Gabe Davis's day has got to be coming. These Bills receivers have just been atrocious this year. They don't get open, and two chances for Coleman last drive that he couldn't come up with on the sidelines. I know they're tough plays, but and then added on the fumble. Not a good start for Keon Coleman. Second and 11. It's going to be play action. May in trouble, and he spikes it into the ground. That one, again, they're going to say a receiver was in the area, so no grounding. Third and 11. Greg Rousseau all over Drake May on that play. He's had a good game so far. Third and 11. Yeah, you got to imagine a throw to the end zone. Stevenson in the backfield. Bills third down defense. Let's see what we got dialed up here. Showing an extra blitz. They only rush 3. There's a flag. And it is thrown to the end zone. Incomplete. Tried to get to Diggs, but he didn't. And let's check out what the flag was. Might have been a free play. Or illegal formation. Okay, so it's on the Patriots, I believe, and they're going to decline it. Yep, illegal formation. Penalty is declined, and New England will have to try a chip shot field goal. So great job by the defense to stand tall there. So here comes Andy Borregales. He's 4 for 5 this year, 80%. His long was a 53. This is only a 30. Again, warm day, not a whole lot of wind. Shouldn't have trouble with this one. Snap, hold, kick, and it is right down the middle. New England takes a 3-0 lead. You knew that was coming. You knew points were coming, so we'll take it. But this Bills offense has got to get going, and you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to start feeding James Cook the ball because that's the only thing that's worked for them all season long. So expect 3 runs in a row to start this drive. But not a great start at all. And they're showing some footage here. It looks like Vrabel and Hunter Henry are arguing with the refs after that last call. Yeah, field goal is definitely a moral victory there. And the Bills do not usually lose the turnover battle, but so far in this one they are 2-1. So they're saying there's been a change this year. The referees are no longer telling offensive players if they're good or not on the line. They got to line up where the ref's foot is, and it's a judgment call. I don't love that, but at the same time, at least you can't have. Well, he told me thumbs up, and then it's an illegal play, and it's you know called back. So I don't know. Kickoff. Samuel recovers it at the 1, and he's going to have a long ways to go on this return. He gets popped at the 34, and that's where he will go down. Jimmy Charlo helps him up to his feet, so not a bad return. There we go. I've been complaining about the Bills' returns all season long. That's a solid one. To the 34, we'll take that. Need Gabe Davis back as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm to the point where I'm ready for it. Yeah, Elijah playing TNT. First and 10. Samuel in motion. Turns back. Now he's in motion again. And it's a rollout. Allen looking. He's going to take it himself, and he gets hit for a 2-yard gain. Yeah, nobody got open on that. Dawson Knox may have been able to get him for 2 yards, but Allen said, I'll get those 2 yards myself. Carlton Davis is back on the field, so good news for the Patriots. And we have a 3-second difference on the play clock and the game clock, so the Bills will have to run at least one more play in the first quarter. But yeah, again, if you're Allen there, why bother throwing that? And Dawson Knox has catching issues to begin with, so he'll take those yards. They're going to give Allen 3 yards on that. 2nd and 7, and here comes another flag. False start. That one on Deion Dawkins, uncharacteristic false start. We'll stop the clock with 10 seconds. Penalties so far, 5 penalties on the Bills, 0 for the Patriots, and 2 turnovers. And the clock will keep running now, so the Bills will not have to run a play. Maybe it was all part of the plan. Maybe they want to go on the other side of the field. I don't know. 3-0 at the end of the first. All things considered, to be down 3, playing that poorly, sure. But maybe these players are a little too amped with the environment. Maybe it's the fact that Diggs is back. I don't know. But they certainly have to play better football for the remainder of this game if they want to win this game. Tough start. Certainly a tough start. Not a whole lot of running, and I'm okay with that. But if these throws are just going to be for like 3-4 yards, you might as well hand it off. I want to see some deep balls. Yeah, middle of the fourth, and that Mariners Tigers game now 0-0. Yeah, 2nd and 12 when we come back. Not a good start, but we will hope they play a little bit better in the second quarter. Yeah, with his traditional 1 penalty for the game. Yeah. He's like Rasmus Dahlin, right? He's due for 1 penalty a game, but he's a very good player. And if there was anything worse than having Chris Collinsworth on the call, we got constant advertisements for Jimmy Fallon and Taylor Swift tonight. They are really trying to drive the Buffalo fan base from not watching this game. Coming back from commercial, 2nd and 12. From the 31. Allen in the backfield. Cook lined up next to him. Gonna be another throw. Allen looking downfield, strikes towards the middle, and is caught by Dalton Kincaid for the first down to the 41. So if there's one person that's shown up so far this game, it's Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid and Greg Rousseau. Gave Allen a lot of time on that play to find this guy over the middle, and those are the throws the Bills have to start doing. The 10-yard and more throws. Start using your quarterback. 1st and 10, Gilliam's out there, so you know it's going to be a run. It's a handoff to Cook up the middle, and bounce forward for maybe 3 to 4 yards on the carry. Safe play. How's it going, Reginald? Bills' only undefeated team left. Yep. We'll see if that continues after this game. So far, not looking too good. Do we see a big catch from Tyrell Shavers tonight? It'd be nice. He's kind of been invisible this year. I kind of predicted that too. You know, he's had success against teams' third stringers, but he's a good blocking receiver so far. Play action. Allen's got all day to throw this one. He's going way downfield, and it is caught. Josh Palmer at the 30 in New England territory. There it is. Keep throwing the ball downfield. Enough with these check down mid routes, these Joe Brady routes. Perfect play design. Plenty of time for Allen, and Palmer makes his name known in this game. Showed some speed against Gonzalez there, too, pulled away from him on that route. First and 10. Going to be a toss to Ty Johnson. He's going to cut it inside, gain a 4. Looks like his knee came down, so a gain of 3. Second and 7 upcoming for the Bills. Shavers, as Victor mentioned, out there with Shakir. They're looking at Joe Brady. He's got playbook lined up in front of him in the booth. Allen calls an audible. Kincaid in motion. Could be a snap. Oh, the screen wasn't there. Now it is. Interesting play design. And Shakir bounces all the way to the 20. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. I don't know what the Patriots were doing. It was a fake wide receiver screen, but it was the screen was the play. But I think the Patriots got fooled on this. Interesting. Now on 3rd and 1, Cook takes it up the middle, and he slips forward for the first down. Good patience from James Cook, a 3-yard gain, and now the Bills well into the red zone. Got to play smart here. Make sure you come out of this with points. Of course, you're hoping for the touchdown, but the first positive drive of this game. James Cook showing why he was paid big money so far this season. Patriots' red zone defense has been notoriously bad this season. Going to be a handoff to Cook. He's going to have plenty of space. Barrels forward to the 11-yard line. 5-yard or 6-yard gain. Good job blocking from the Bills' offensive line, and both tight ends. Knox on the far side, Kincaid on the near side to make that play happen. All three tight ends are in now. We'll keep an eye on Jackson Hawes. 2nd and 4. Could be another handoff. Cook, a little bit of space up the middle. Now he's tackled backwards. Gets a yard. 3rd and 2 coming up. Crucial play. So the Bills abusing the run a little bit too much, as we've seen them do far too many times this season. 3rd and 3. Ty Johnson out there. You got to assume the Bills give Allen the ball and let him decide. Maybe a little designed rollout for Allen. A little RPO. Allen calls an audible. Ty Johnson in motion. It's going to be a read option, and Allen made the wrong read, and now he flicks it over to Shakir, but he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Allen tried to make some magic, but the Patriots defense all over all 3 reads, but there is a flag. And Ty Johnson is pointing in the direction of the Patriots. Let's see if that might be a legal man downfield. Yeah, I think so. So they're going to decline it. So it'll be 4th and 3. Two fouls on the offense. Eligible receiver, and then pass interference too, declined. 4th down. So the reason that's ineligible man and a pass interference is it's a run, it's a read option, right? Josh Allen chooses the wrong read, and then he throws the ball to Shakir. But by the time he throws it, there's guys already blocking so far downfield that it's a plethora of penalties. So here comes Matt Prater to try to tie the game. A 31-yard attempt, and see what he can do on this one. Snap, hold, kick up, and good. Tie game. Yeah, Bills ton of penalties so far this game, but 3-3. Bills will get the ball at halftime or after halftime. So all things considered, still got a good chance in this game. You just gotta start playing a little smarter football. Certainly would have been on brand if the Bills missed that field goal. How bad they've been playing this game. Seattle got a run in the bottom of the 4th. So that game is 1-0. The Polanco homer. These flags are concerning, absolutely. Steven, how's it going? Got the Sabres gold jersey for the whiteout today. Got the gold. Like the beanie. Thank you, thank you. Seems like every NFL game this year with the new rules has been more penalties than ever. Yeah, so many penalties, and again, it depends if the crew is finicky or not. And it seems like this crew is calling every single thing they see. Saber streams will be happening this week. We are back. Saber season is back, so had to wear the Sabres jersey today, but of course it is Bills all the way tonight. Gotta fit the whiteout vibe tonight. They're previewing the NBA season that starts on NBC on Tuesday, October 21st. Had Vince Carter there in studio. Of course, he is a minority owner for the Bills. Prater will kick the ball off to the Patriots. Yeah, sleeves just got the stripes. Nothing too crazy on this one. Gibson up the middle. He is blown up, and the ball's out. Let's see who got the ball, but a massive hit on special teams. I think the Patriots got the ball back. I'm pretty sure they're still fighting for it in the pile. We have an injured player out there. I don't know if it's a Bill or a Patriot. So we have training staffs in the middle of this scrum. We got players fighting for the ball. We got a Patriots player pointing the wrong way, thinking they have the ball, but they're pointing towards the Bills. This is pure chaos right now. The referees have not signaled anything just yet. Now they say the Patriots have the ball. Let's take a look at the hit. It was Cam Lewis, and he just crushed it. It was certainly a fumble, but somehow the Patriots kept the ball there. Yeah, Mark Sanchez. That story is interesting. Again, no comment until we get a final verdict on that. But that's crazy. And now we'll have a TV timeout after that one with an injured player. Yeah, Reginald, massive hit there. And if you guys are new in here, be sure to leave a like. We're at 15 likes. Let's get 5 more before halftime. I know we can do it. See if we got any injury updates. And if the Bills lose this game, keep in mind Sabres players are in attendance, so that might be the reason why. Harry Pagula speaking with Robert Kraft before the pregame as well. Oh, I don't see any injury updates, so it must have been a Patriots injury. I think it was Gibson. I didn't know if there were multiple, but John, how's it going? I think it's a Patriots player injured. I haven't gotten any updates that it's a Bill, so up to 16 likes. Let's get 4 more before halftime. Just tuned in. A whole lot of penalties, 2 turnovers, a fumble off the snap, and then a Keon Coleman fumble deep in the red zone. The only reason why the Patriots have gotten points. But the Patriots have the ball now after a big hit. Yeah, so Don will be streaming the Thursday night home opener for the Sabres. So we'll be getting a lot of Don during the Sabres season. Yeah, Gibson, a leg injury. He's limping off, and he's in a lot of pain. So that'll mean Stevenson's the main back now for the Patriots. 1st and 10. It'll be thrown and caught by Diggs. Big time hit by Benford. But Diggs pops right back up from it. So a gain of 4 on the catch. Diggs' second catch of the game. Yeah, Keon hasn't had the best of years so far, but holding out hope that he can start to get a little more confidence, start to go up for the jump balls. But yeah, they're just setting him up for failure so far this season, giving him those routes that you know he's not going to catch. Bills defense making a late audible, And it is caught by Diggs along the sidelines. Enough for the first down and more. Diggs having a good day so far, minus that drop. First and 10 Patriots. First and 10 from the 46. Those are playing pretty close to the line of scrimmage. It's play action. Drake May finds a wide open guy. It's going to be Henderson, 5 yard. He got crushed by Milano, but kept the ball. Good time gain for the Patriots. Not a trap game. Vrabel knows how to beat us. Yeah, I think the Patriots are a good team this year too. So I don't even know if I'd call it a trap game. I mean, this is just a straight up close game. I thought it was going to be close. It has been close, and it's anyone's game for sure. Drake May, Bill sent a little extra pressure. May in trouble, and down he goes. A loss of 2. Epinesa and Dion Walker part of the sack. That'll bring up a 3rd and long. Like he missed an open receiver on that play, but a good job by the Bills defensive line to collapse the pocket. 3rd and 8 from around midfield. Shotgun formation. Drake May, and again pressure, and there is a flag, and he's taken down by Benford. Flags behind the line of scrimmage, probably an offensive hold. Let's check it real quick. If so, it'll be declined. Oh, an offsetting holding calls, and they're going to have to redo the down. Wow. Taylor Rapp, the guy guilty for the hold on defense. So 3rd and 8 again. Let's see if the Bills can stop him again. That is annoying. So many penalties this game. See if the Bills bring pressure again. They did last time, and that got to them. Maybe this time they back off. Although I wouldn't recommend it. Hope they send pressure again. This time they don't get to him, and Drake May, throws a wild pass to nobody. And it falls incomplete. 4th and 8. And the Patriots will bring out Behringer and the punt unit. Good job by the defense so far this game. If there's a silver lining in how bad the offense has been this game, the defense has stepped up. This is the best the run defense has been all season. This is the best the pass defense has been all season. We haven't seen Mac Hollins yet either, so something to monitor. Watch the fake punt here. Patriots in a little bit of a weird formation, moving around, but they will boot it. And they're going to let that one go, and it takes a Bills bounce all the way back to the 10. So still a good punt, but the Patriots could have had a little bit better coverage on that one. So the Bills will take over at their own 10 when we return from commercial break. John says, didn't like Brady's play calling. Yeah, Brady's play calling has been really bad this game. And when he seems to figure it out, he keeps running the same play, right? He runs a run up the middle and he spams the button until it doesn't work. And then he goes to a deep pass and then right back to his mid-tier passes. Yeah, defense has looked aggressive. They've been sending pressure and it's working. Drake May, when you give Drake May time, he will eat you alive. So good job by the Bills to kind of realize that, hey, we gotta get on Drake May. And every time he's been pressured so far this game, he's made a bad throw or he's gone down. So keep that up till it doesn't work. We'll see if the Bills offense can have another scoring drive and take the lead. We are still in commercial. Portland apples? Can't go wrong with a nice apple. Let me know in the chat right now. Favorite apple. Give me a color or a kind, I don't care. Give me a favorite apple kind. Let's see what you guys say. See if anyone's on the same page as each other as we are getting close to coming back in this game. Big time drive coming up for the Bills offense though. Need points. Gotta be leading at halftime. You're getting close to coming back from break. They're showing a little Allen interview. First and 10 from the 10. Going to be a handoff to Cook. Bounces it a little bit out wide, and it'll be a gain of 3. Live just says cars 4 coming. That'll be a good one. Second and 7. Allen in the backfield with Cook. Shavers in motion. Allen going to try to scramble up the middle, and he's got room. He's got a whole lot of room all the way down to the 33-yard line. He's tripped up and rolled out of bounds. Pops right back up. Always a little bit of a scare. Like McGovern. Return is questionable. Yeah, that's something to monitor. Definitely something to monitor. David Edwards now in there. Allen trying to give a stiff arm downfield too. He is. Whew. We're going to have a New England timeout with exactly 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. That's their first of the half. A good job by Allen to know exactly when to take off. Just beat the pressure by a second and was able to get a nice gain there. We've seen Allen scramble a little bit more in this game than we've seen all season long. Seems like he is noticing that they're sending a little bit of pressure and his receivers once again are not getting open. So he's going to have to do it himself this game. Noticing that pretty early on here. First and 10 from the 32. Allen hands it off to Cook. Patriots all over that, but a good job by Cook to bounce it out wide and manages to get 6 yards. But there is a flag, and I'm sure it's a hold on the offense. Yep, holding on the offense. That one is on McGovern, so McGovern is back in the game. Take a look at the replay. Yeah, definitely grab the shoulder. That's a penalty. Six penalties now for the Bills, and a lot more that haven't been accepted. First and 20 now. Allen. Time to throw. Steps up now, and he's going to take off again. all the way up to the 32, and that's where he runs out of bounds. That's where the initial line of scrimmage was. So gets half of it back on first down. Allen doing it himself. Okay, so they're saying McGovern had a laceration or cut on his left hand, but he's back in the game now. Went in the X-ray room, but came back in. So hopefully, just a sprain or just a cut or something minor. Play clock winding down. 4, 3, 2. Bills get the snap off. It's a toss. The outside to Cook. He bounced it back inside and only gets around 3. 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Bills. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see what the Bills do here. If they play it safe or if they try to go down the field on a throw. 3rd and 7. Ty Johnson in at running back. Shakir in motion. Allen senses a blitz. He's going to have to move, and he's brought down at the 26 again, and nobody gets open on this team, and the Bills will have to punt. Allen, exhausted after scrambling, was not going to get out of that sack. Let's see the replay if anyone was open. Yeah, not really, and Allen just stepped right into the blitz. Flags are definitely hurting us for sure. And Allen was brought down hard. So here comes the punt. Let's see if Mike Wazowski can help us out here. That punt is right towards the sidelines, and a clothesline tackle by Sam Franklin. So with 2:22 to go, good special teams by the Bills. Sam Franklin, heck of a job. Signed him as a special teams ace, and he's been just that so far this year. After a Jamarcus Ingram missed tackle. Allen looking uncomfortable in the pocket. Yeah, he's getting pressured this game, and he's again his receivers just do not get open, so he's tempted to scramble a little bit more than usual in this game. It's a major concern. It might be the weakest part of the team right now, the receiving group. It's going to be a toss to the top side. Epinesa missed a tackle, and it's going to be a first down run and more to the 42-yard line. Bad defense, missed tackles. And that should bring us to the 2-minute warning. And it does. 2-minute warning. 3-3. What a stinker game so far. Halftime adjustments for both teams are going to be interesting. That stadium does look pretty cool with the whiteout, though. Shout out to the fans that showed up and participated. This is, again, this is the worst the Bills have looked all season long, but it's the same trends that just are worse than usual. Receivers not getting open. The defense has actually been pretty good. Keep in mind, Sabres players are at this game. Could be a trend here. Sean Hockley calling every penalty in sight. Have to see the Bills defense can make another stand. You can only expect so much from them, though. It's nice to get some of these NBC commercials after watching the CBS games a couple weeks in a row, seeing the same ads over and over again. But might be time to get Ty Johnson and Ray Davis more involved in the passing attack. Certainly a good idea. Anything different than what they're doing now, especially with the receivers not getting open. Yeah, maybe get the receiver or the running backs on the 5 yard curl routes over the middle. First and 10, Patriots. We're back. They're on the 44 of their own. Need another stand. Going to be a handoff up the middle, and that one goes for 4. Deion Walker on the tackle. Gibson is marked out for the rest of the game, and he had tears in his eyes limping off the field, so he knows something's wrong, whether it's something with the knee. You got to hope it's not an ACL. Hopefully it's just maybe a slight dislocation or something, but yeah, it looks like a nasty injury on that hit. Clock's ticking, 125, 2nd and 6. Drake May's going to look to throw. He's got a seam to run, and he takes off, and he gets hit after he slides. Bernard hit him, and there's the flag. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's tough on that. I get it, but Drake May slid out of nowhere, and Bernard hit him after. Yeah, unnecessary roughness, 15-yarder. Yep, Jason. Stu, how's it going? Penalties destroying the flow of the game. Surprised about the turnover. Second half should be better. Yeah, I'm not worried yet. It's just a little bit annoying so far. Let's take a look at this one. Uh, I mean, unnecessary roughness, but again, Bernard started his dive at the same time as the slide, so it's one of those bam bam plays where, like, what do you want the defender to do? It wasn't a vicious hit, but I guess he's defenseless going down. First and 10 now on the other side of the field. May double play action. They're going to try a screen and miss tackle, but Epenesa's able to make a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and yet another flag comes out. Every single play of this game seems to have a flag. And Diggs is trying to say it's on the Bills. I don't know how the heck the Bills could get a penalty on a screenplay like that. Now they're pointing towards the Patriots. Face mask on the offense. That'll be a 15-yard penalty right back. Yeah, Slade getting the scoop. The refs might be in on this one. A little scandal going on. Yeah, too many flags. Yeah, Tre'Davious White drew that penalty. So that'll be a 1st and 25 now, back all the way to midfield. Finally, the Patriots get a penalty. Going to be play action. May rolling out, looking downfield. It's a sideline route. They're going to say it's a catch at the 41. That's Douglas. Demario Douglas, first time seeing him in this game. Good comeback route by Douglas. Let's take a look at it here. Both knees down. Bobbled it a little bit when he hit the ground, but I don't think enough to overturn it. It was a 10-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 15. Second and 15. Play action again. Oh boy, Drake May's got all day. Downfield, and what a catch by Hunter Henry. Down at the 20. I don't know how that's not holding. Patriots offensive line was grabbing some Bills defenders, but no flag on that one. And that was, if that was thrown a little bit farther, it would have been an easy pick, but a good job by Henry to go up and get it. And Mac Hollins was in on that play. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Ooh, good throw. It would have been a Cole Bishop pick if not. A timeout on the field, 30-second break. NFL really wants the Bills to lose 200 yards in penalties in the first half. It seems like it. Can't blame the refs in this one, though. The Bills, just stupid penalties and the fumbles have killed them. But again, it's the NFL. If you're a referee and you want to call a penalty, you could probably find something on every single play, whether it's a light hold or a misalignment. So keep that in mind. Going to be a toss on 1st and 10. Pretty good blocking by the Patriots. There'll be a 2 to 3 yard gain by Henderson. And the clock stopped again, so somebody called timeout. Buffalo called a second timeout of the half. New England still has 2. Buffalo down to 1 now. Deserve to be in this predicament? Yeah. The fumbles alone, the turnovers. .46 seconds to go. The Bills hoping they have a chance with the ball before the end of the half. Yeah, the Bills will receive to start the second half, so that's a little bit of good news. Yeah, Bills had to punt, so Patriots got the ball, John. 2nd and 7. Gonna be play action. Drake May steps up in the pocket. He's got room to run. He gets the first down and more. Epinesa crushes him as he dives forward. 1st and goal. Now the clock stops again, and this time the Patriots will call a timeout. Their second of the half. Or was it the Bills? No, the Bills called their final timeout. Interesting. I don't know what the point of that timeout is because you got to assume New England's going to just run a run play here and then finish the half on their terms. The Bills defense finally starting to fall apart a little bit. You couldn't expect 3 points and a half. All the blame should be on the Bills offense in this game. 1st and goal at the 7. Can the Bills defense stand tall? 37 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for the Patriots with 2 timeouts. It's going to be a read option. Drake May keeps it, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle by Matt Milano. And like I suggested, the New England Patriots will let that clock tick down. Plenty of time with 2 timeouts. They don't want the Bills to get the ball back. They're going to wait for 20 seconds, 19, and they call their timeout with 18 seconds. So they'll have one more after this play. Three to 3 in the first half. Wow. The crowd will definitely be a little bit stunned in the second half. Not so much that New England's winning this game, but the fact of the score being so low and how bad the Bills have looked this game. Second and goal from the 7. Drake May looks, end zone. Now he's going to try to scramble. Epinesa's all over him. He throws it to the end zone. It's short and complete. And with 10 seconds to go, the clock stopped. New England still has a timeout, so if they manage to run a play and get brought down short of the end zone, they'll be able to call a timeout and kick a field goal. Yeah, Vrabel got 1 second back. I mean, he clearly called a timeout with 18, and they ticked another second, so not concerned about that one. But Epinesa got a piece of it. Wow. That was a touchdown-saving deflection by Epinesa. Him and Rousseau, we've been calling them out. They've had good games so far. Diggs one-on-one at the top. They snap and there's a flag. Pre-snap. It's going to be a false start. That'll back them up. Crucial 5-yard penalty. And a Bronx cheer from the crowd. That one on Booty. Third and goal from the 13. Let's see if they go underneath to the tight end. I know they want to get Diggs a touchdown. You know they do. Still showing blitz. They back off as expected. Oh, boy. Drake May, plenty of time, throws it back in the end zone. Tre'Davious White all over it. Oh, boy. They're going to call pass interference. He was face guarding Diggs. Only 4 seconds left, though, so the ball will be placed at the 2. But what do you do if you're New England? Do you still take the field goal, or do you try to run a play? Oh, Tre'Davious White had to turn around there. You had him on the back line. No need to face guard. And again, Drake May had too much time. And they're going to go for it. So it's got to be a sneaker or run up the middle. And if you don't get in, call that timeout with 1 second. High formation. Do they dare do a little play action and risk it all and just assume somebody's wide open? Drake May, he's going to throw it. They throw it out wide. It's incomplete with 1 second left, though. Oh. Wow, almost. Good defense, but it looks like the Patriots will end up getting points. Almost. Great defense by Milano. And they do the throw. That's risky. Oh, and it should have been a catch, too. Henry was open. So 1 second. That 1 second ended up helping them out of the timeout. Origalis with a 19-yard field goal. About the easiest field goal you'll see this season. They go up by 3 at the half. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. New England, 6-3 at halftime. Wow. So no matter whatever way you slice it, you knew they were scoring points on 2 of the drives, and the defense held them to field goal. So great job by the defense so far this game. The offense, not so much. Sean McDermott interview, I'll let you know what he says. Beating themselves, need more rhythm on offense, and need to play some complementary style football. More detailed. Got to get into a rhythm. So again, starting in the second half, you know Sean McDermott's going to rally the troops and phone up to Joe Brady to run the ball 3 times up the middle. That's basically what he said. Too many throws. So well, for halftime, I think I will take a break here. I'll have Jaden put a video on the screen for you guys. So you guys will have something to watch for halftime. I will be back for the second half. Thank you guys for joining as of so far, and we will see if the Bills can complete the comeback in the second half. We'll be right back.
buzz.
Yeah, no buzz, and
It's
it's crazy to see the Bills uniforms. The Ireland game today, they panned the
yeah.
crowd, and there's a lot of Steelers fans, a lot of Vikings fans. Europe's starting to get divided. They're picking teams. It's less of a mismatch. Whole lot of Josh Allen jerseys in the crowd though as well.
Absolutely. Buffalo is the Earth's team. The Cowboys may claim America. The Bills got the world. All right.
Hmm.
It's fantastic. We love it. And they certainly helped their case again here by beating the Saints, moving to 4-0. This is the first time I believe that the Bills are undefeated after 4 games since 2020. Isn't that right? Usually they're
Yeah, I think
three
so.
and
It's
one
been a
after.
while, right? They seem to always start 3-1, right? So
I
yeah.
know, yeah. And they always they see the problem is though, they get on this early season high and then there's a mid-season lull where they lose 2 games that they
Hmm.
shouldn't and then they'll finish off the year great. But that's Bill's currently on that pace right now. They play the Patriots next Sunday night. So
That'll
for
be a
all
banger.
yeah, for all of you 1 p.m. lovers out there, I'm sorry. Cal, are you more of a 1 p.m. game or you like the late night prime times?
So I would say before I was streaming every game, I was more of a 1 o'clock game. Just get the game over with. I could watch every other game on a separate screen. We're having a good time. Now I kind of like these primetime games because next week I can Sunday relax, get home, whatever, do my thing, and then red zone, watch that 4 o'clock slate. That's when this upcoming Sunday there's probably baseball on and some other stuff. I'll watch all the sports, whatever. Then I'll dial in for the Bills game and I'll have the full day. Right now, we do the 1 o'clock game, do the podcast over the 4 o'clock slate. Ravens Chiefs on right now as we're recording this,
Yep,
and
I got it on
should
my
be a,
phone.
should be a banger game. Yep. But most times I probably won't watch the 4 o'clock game and then circle back to football at 8 o'clock. So I would say streaming the games. I do like the primetime games, especially Sunday night. Sunday night's probably my favorite, just because you'll have the football all day. What about you?
I'm a 1 p.m. guy just
Yeah.
because it's easiest now with us having to record the podcast immediately after it. Because
Yeah.
no one know, or you know this, but the viewers may not. My Mondays are completely cooked. I have 3 classes going from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I'm really just totally unavailable. So with these prime times, it's really tough because we got to stay up till midnight, record 20 minutes of stuff, and then move on. So.
Yeah, they're not Mickey Mouse classes either. You got to mention
No,
that because
no,
three classes could mean, yeah.
this is law school, folks. It's not
Yeah.
not easy. It's not marketing 101 or communication. No, no offense to marketing
Uh,
and communication majors. All right, that's
uh,
yeah. But anyways, Cal, there is another team in Buffalo whose season is, as we mentioned last week, starting up. The Sabres had their first full week of preseason. They played 4 games. They beat the Columbus Blue Jackets twice, 4-0 on Monday, 2-1 on Tuesday, and then they split with the Red Wings. They lost 5-2 in Detroit, and then they beat Detroit 5-2 here in Buffalo. The first thing I want to talk about, Cal, is the Sabres announcing the continuation of the KeyBank Center lease. How do you feel about this?
We are not a traditional cafe. We're completely unconventional. And my Wix website really has to capture the same magic. Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm the owner of Cuppa Pug. Cuppa Pug was born out of my love for pugs. When I started the business, I had a very clear direction as to where we wanted to go and what we wanted that brand to be seen as. But I knew that the experience was going to start when people go onto the website. It was really important to me to be able to control everything myself, to put myself into it and think about what experience do I want people to have. And Wix really gave me the design control I was looking for. Cuppa Pug is a whole experience. People can book a place to spend some time with the dogs. You can adopt a pug through our rescue. We are an online merch store, and we are a social media viral sensation. The day we opened, we were fully booked for weeks and weeks ahead. It's wild to think that it grew so quickly. And Wix was the only platform that could move as fast as we were. We now have 4 cafes, London, Manchester, California, and Texas. So we are getting 1,200 people each day visiting the pugs. I wanted it to be a labor of love. And having people come every single day and seeing the smiles on their face, and to think, I created that? I still can't believe it. Well, was that nice?
We pretty much take it all. Fridges and dishwashers and dressers, drawers, couches, mattresses, bed frames, concrete, things like that. Same day notice or 3 weeks in advance.
That's what you get when you hire professionals. It's good to know you're making a difference. We found some paper and cardboard out of the job, and we sort through it. Instead of just throwing this stuff in the dirt, you're actually making sure it goes where it needs to go. That's a good thing.
You don't have to do any of the moving. It doesn't matter whether it's in your garage, your backyard, front yard.
All you have to do is point.
Book online today. 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
That's good news. I think there was a quote that said they're committed to keeping not only the team, but the arena. So it looks like this is the first step in a renovation. And I'm not saying a minor renovation, new scoreboard, new roof. This is going to be a major renovation, I think, in the future. It's a first step, but they're pushing it off, right? It feels like we'll wait till we get a little closer and then we'll announce the big plan and the big expansion. But this is kind of like a bridge deal. I know it's a little bit longer than your typical NHL bridge deal, but for arenas and keeping teams in cities, it's a bridge deal, right? Only till 2031. With that being said, that also means that we probably won't see a whole lot of improvements to the arena until they announce that big plan. A lot of people are saying, well, why would they change the navy blue signage if they haven't for this long, when they're just going to have to change it again when they do the full scale renovation? New sound system, though, was part of this deal, I guess, in some sort of capacity. Apparently, you can sit in the KeyBank Center, talk to the person next to you, hear them, and hear the loudspeaker at the same time. Revolutionary idea. I cannot believe. I'm testing it out. I'm going to the home opener, most likely. If not, I'll go to one of those first games because tickets are cheap. One of the first games that.
Oh, as Cal cuts it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll viewers know if it's actually improved.
Yeah, so what Cal was trying to say, folks, because he kind of cut in and out with my internet.
A little bit of lag.
Yeah, there's a little lag. You can hear him at least. My internet connection is unstable apparently, because of course it is. Don't worry, we'll get this sorted out. But Cal is gonna make sure KeyBank Center is good for us. All right. Thanks, Cal, for your diligent investigative journalism there. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Always on the scene. But yeah, the Sabres looking good. I know you're going to bring up the games. The one thing I want to say before anyone even starts talking is this is our year. We're making the playoffs because coming into this year, I am the least excited for a Sabres season I've ever been in my life, and that is a fact. There is nothing to be excited about besides maybe Helenius and Murka, and we'll talk about them, but they're probably not going to be in the lineup at all this season. Maybe a little later on for Helenius, but I'm a little bit excited because I have such. Second half time. Second half. This is make or break for this team. Let's see if they can stay undefeated. This is what we call a true test for the Bills. It's going to be a different game plan for both teams. Both teams looked atrocious in the first half, especially on the offensive side of things. The Patriots will be without Antonio Gibson the rest of the way. Could affect their play calling. The Bills will receive the ball to start the third quarter. Eight penalties, 2 turnovers. First time they've done that since 2015. Yeah, need major differences in this half. They had flag football, Canada versus USA going on at halftime here. That's interesting. Canada scored a touchdown. And the USA scored as well. I guess they tied. Flag football, yeah, in the Olympics. That'll be interesting. But looks like we're ready to go to start this third quarter. Bills will receive. Going to be a bouncer. Covered by Ty Johnson. He slips through a few tackles and is pushed forward to the 29-yard line. And that's where the Bills will start off. Second half. Mike Vrabel interview. Let's listen in. Played good in the red zone, he said. Said they got to tackle better, but I think they've been just fine this game. Here we go. Allen, 1st and 10. Hand off to Cook. You knew that was coming. Little zigzag, and he's up for a 5-yard gain. Not a bad start. Second and 4. Shavers motion to out wide. Cook in the backfield. It's going to be play action. Allen has time to throw over the middle. Wide open is Kincaid. He turns the corner, and he's down into New England territory at the 45-yard line. Dalton Kincaid having himself a day. I know Don predicted that in the preview, said anyone with Kincaid in fantasy, he always goes off Sunday nights. I don't know if he got a script or what, but so far he's been the only guy on the Bills to get open. First and 10, Allen hands it off to Cook. Cook slips through the middle, and he gets free, tripped up, 1 yard short of the line to gain. There we go. Good start to the second half. Moving the ball pretty good down the field. 2nd and 1. Another very patient run from Cook. Good blocking as well on the play. Second and inches. To be play action, Allen rolls out, and he's going to just take the first down yardage and run out of bounds. Smart play by Allen. His deep route wasn't open. And you'll take that all day. 1st and 10. Collinsworth saying a good point here. A lot of the time on 2nd and short, these teams just try to run it up the middle, but it's really a free play to go down the field. And if it's not there, just throw it away, and then you still have an easy play on 3rd down. 1st and 10. Deeper into the Patriots territory. Kincaid in motion. I think that was Hawes. It's going to be a run by Cook, but that one's stuffed at the line. He didn't get any yardage on that play. 2nd and 10 now. A good run blitz, and spamming the run a little bit too much on 1st down. The Bills have been all season long. But when the receivers aren't getting open, it's tough to do anything else. Palmer in motion. Oh, we had a little bit of movement. I don't know if Landry was in the neutral zone or not, though. He might have just shifted, so this could still be a false start. And they are going to get him in the neutral zone. Good job by the Bills' offensive line to recognize that. That will make a 1 2nd and 10, a now 2nd and 5. Kincaid making fun of Landry a little bit. Second and 4. Allen back to throw. He's got time over the middle. It's going to be caught by Coleman, and he's got 1st down yardage to the 21-yard line. Keon Coleman back in action after that fumble. First down, very close to the red zone. Ty Johnson in the backfield now. Bills are all bunched up. Gonna be a throw. Allen, he has all day to throw it. He's gonna go out wide to a wide open Dawson Knox. He gets tabled down for a gain of 7. I think that's Dawson Knox's first completion of the night. He was wide open. The Patriots in zone defense. Knox found the soft spot in the zone under the flat. 2nd and 3. See if they try to run and get the first down yardage. That is, they're going to do a wide receiver screen down to Shakir, and he gets first down yardage and more. Out of bounds at the 5. 1st and goal. First and goal. From the 6. Shakir in motion. Allen looks. He's rolling out. He's got plenty of room to roll out. Trying to find someone, and he's just going to overthrow everyone into the crowd. The 2nd and goal. And the fan who caught it is running out of the stadium with the ball. I don't know if he's trying to steal the ball. Interesting. Second and goal now. Thrown out to Curtis Samuel, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Curtis Samuel, our first touchdown of the night. Finally, something's happened in this game. 10-play drive, 5:39 time of possession. Yeah, Trico going crazy. Good play design there, fake motions, and wide open was Curtis Samuel on the little wheel. Pretty nice score right now. Let's see if Prater can make that 6-10. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. 6-10. A much-needed touchdown drive to start the second half for the Bills. Like Trico with the call with the fan running up. Yeah. Yeah, Trico's so good. And I've said this before. I said it on the opening game with Sunday Night Football. Trico, one of those guys that can just commentate any sport. You give him tennis, volleyball, basketball, which he's going to be doing this year, hockey, football. He is just an all-time class guy and very good at everything he does in that regard. So one of those announcers that you're always happy to hear. See what happens when you give Cook touches. Yeah. You knew they were going to start feeding him a little bit more after halftime. Maybe the Bills will stand a chance against the Rams in the Super Bowl. I think the Rams are going to go. Certainly a chance. Puka Nacua is probably the best receiver in the league right now. Like I was going to get a beer or hot dog or something. Yeah, you got to imagine he was trying to steal the ball, right? Usually they'd get those balls back. So, I mean, you got a touchdown drive coming your way. You're not going to miss that to go to the concession. So guaranteed he was trying to sneak out with the ball somehow, some way. I don't know what the plan was. Panthers all the way. Brandon, how's it going? Yeah, that might have been Milano's best play of his career in the crowd there. We'll see if he got back on the field for this defensive drive or if he exited the stadium. Al Michaels is the same way. Ticks me off when fans say he's losing it on Thursday Night Football. Yeah, Al Michaels, again, always a very calm announcer until something really crazy happens. And I think as he's gotten older, he's just become a little bit more calm. And a lot of people like the excitement, right? The Gus Johnsons of the world who every little play just So I think that has a lot to do with it. But Al Michaels again in his prime, just like Trico, better than Trico obviously because he's called more crazy events. AFP raid, let's go. Yeah, Brandon. I mean, I don't know. Are we crown jeweling it up at 8 a.m. next week? I think it might be up to you. 8 a.m. I don't know if it's worth it. Going to be a kickoff fielded at the 4. Ramondre Stevenson hit at the 25, and that's where he goes down. Great special teams again. Tyrell Shavers in on the tackle. He's the "Do you believe in miracles?" Put that in the gravestone. Yeah, just again a top announcer of all time, if not the top guy. In the the in between era, I guess you could say of the older era that's still doing it. He's certainly the best. He play action. Drake May not going to his check down. He's going over the middle, low throw, but it is caught by Stefon Diggs at the 42. Bernard on the coverage. Yeah, I think it'll have to be a. We'll see what the weekly shows do this week, and if the build is good, maybe we'll have to do it. If not, then we obviously won't. Yeah, Ravens terrible injuries and Cooper Rush. They look bad. And New England lost to UB back in the day. 1st and 10. Bills defensive line cannot get any pressure. He's going deep and wide open as booty. Back in Bills territory. So the Patriots have made an adjustment. They said, you know what? We're going to start throwing it into the open zones. Smart by both teams to start this half. Doug Marrone, the offensive line coach, of course, the Bills head coach in 2013 and 2014. And Doug Marrone, certainly someone that you might want to forget. Mac Hollins in there to run block. Flea flicker of their own. Drake May's going to be, somehow he's not brought down. He gets the ball out, incomplete. Should have been a sack, but a missed tackle. Incomplete nonetheless. So good downfield coverage from the Bills on an awkward looking flea flicker. It looked like Drake May didn't even think he was getting the ball. And there's a flag on the play as well. Oh my, and now an illegal contact penalty on the Bills. 5-yard penalty and still first down, illegal contact. Ugh. That one on Benford. A long developing play like that, you probably get it, but man, they are calling everything they can on the Bills. Penalty after penalty after penalty. So 1st and 10. Mac Hollins in motion. Could be a handoff up the middle. Good run coverage there. That was Joey Bosa making his first tackle of the game, a 1-yard gain. Crazy to see Doug Marrone out there. You're spending some time in college. Second and 9, Drake May. Single back. It's going to be play action. The Bills. Nobody's getting home again. Just too much time. And now he throws one deep to the end zone. And it is caught by Diggs at the 4. Taylor Rapp on the coverage, unable to get there. And Stefon Diggs creates a 1st and goal for New England. Wow. Again, the Bills just cannot generate pressure. Way too much time for Diggs to get open down there. Tre'Davious White was on him and then got absolutely cooked. But again, you can't have Tre'Davious White covering him that long. Take a look at the replay. Certainly a catch. 1st and goal. Handoff up the middle to Stevenson, and he is in for the touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, touchdown Patriots. We have a whistle. I think there's a flag, but I think they're pointing it's on Buffalo. Offsides on the defense. That'll get declined. Another penalty. The referee, Hockley, said this penalty is declined because the play results in a touchdown with a smirk on his face. So this might be a fixed game, ladies and gentlemen. Referee certainly giving a dig at the Bills. I don't know if I've ever seen something like that. A referee give a smirk like that. Interesting. Extra point. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. 3-point game yet again. Patriots up 13-10. With 6:34 to go in the 3rd. Wow. This is a joke. I'm not laughing. McDermott has to be ticked off right now. Yeah, the refs should. I mean, even on plays that you don't need the penalties, they're still calling them. So this is a tough one. At the end of the day, you just got to come up with the win somehow. If they could get the win, we could laugh this one off and say, what a joke from the refs and bad, hurt ourselves. But I don't know. It certainly looks like they're doing everything they can to keep the Patriots on top. And I mean, you hate to say it, but it's different. I know different crews call the game different ways, but this just feels so much different than your regular Sunday game. I mean, it's such one-sided in this game. And again, we're 4-0. I'm not too worried, but like the Patriots could get within a game and have the tiebreaker as of now, with the 1 win. That would be a big time loss for the Bills. So got to bounce back. Yeah. When he announced the offside, he said there was offside on the defense, and then he smirked and said, "But it's declined because there was a touchdown," and said it with a smile on his face. As Frank Fleming would say, he is laughing. Actually was though, so interesting, but you got to overcome it. You hate to come up with these crazy conspiracy theories, but you'd think this game was not really that exciting for most fans. So maybe they're trying to keep it close to keep retention. I don't know. My biggest concern every time about these primetime games where there's only one game, they're going to try to keep it close. Every single primetime game this year has been really close and a really good game. And a lot of that's had to do with the refs calling a little bit more in favor of the underdog. And we're seeing that tonight. Yeah, Victor, you got to get there first. They're coming back with Sunday Night Football's goofy graphics of Diggs in the Bills uniform, and now they're going to show them in the Patriots. Diggs is hyping up his teammates on the sideline. There's a kickoff line drive kick. It's going to be good catch there by Ty Johnson, but they're clearly targeting Johnson with these kicks. And Once again, he's tackled at the 29. Seems like a constant when it goes to Ty Johnson, right around the 30. Good kick, though. Those bouncers are tough. And as long as they stay in bounds, you can't let them go. The Bills got to go down and get points again. From the 29, Shavers in motion. Allen adjusting. Be a handoff to Ray Davis. And he goes down with no gain. Now, why Ray Davis is in the game right now, I don't know. And he trots off the field right after that play. The play calling has been so suspect this game on the offensive side of the ball. Starting the drive off with a handoff to Ray Davis, who might have 2 yards total this year. 2nd and 10. Now a clear throwing down. You're giving the defense a read. Audible. Allen gets it. Immediately pressured, and he gets the ball to Shakir. He's got room for the first down and more. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Rolled up out of bounds. He pops right back up, though. But there's a flag. Who would have guessed? This one in the secondary, though. They might be debating a late hit. It certainly was a pretty weak late hit, though. But he was touched late, so either way, I'm okay if they call this or not. And they do call late hit, so an extra 15 will be added to that play. What a crucial penalty to take. Vrabel not happy about it. It's a weak play, but you can't put your hands on a guy when he's getting dragged down 3 yards out of bounds. So that one, not one of those bang bang plays. That one was clear as day, a late hit. So that moves the ball all the way to the 39. Ray Davis back in. It's going to be a throw all the way down the sideline, underthrown to Shavers. Now 2nd and 10. I don't know if he was trying to back shoulder and Shavers didn't look back, or if it was just kind of a throwaway because nothing was open. Nevertheless, 2nd and 10. You got to wonder why Ray Davis is out here. Is something wrong with Cook, or is he just taking a little bit of a break? Very interesting play calling. Like Shavers, but he's in the game way too much. Yeah. Okay, Cook's back in, so that's a good sign. 2nd and 10, making an audible with 5 seconds left on the play clock. A little peak zone bubble. And they throw it to Shakir. Decent blocking. Shakir gets out of bounds. Gain of 5. 3rd and moderate. I don't know if this is 4-down territory or not. Kind of in no man's land. It's a makeable field goal for a majority of kickers. I don't know what Matt Prater's current range is. Keep in mind, he is pretty old and hasn't really had to kick too many long field goals this season. So he hasn't had the reps. We don't really know. You'd love to get this first down, though. Empty, 5 wide, 3rd and 5. Allen has time to throw. He throws it over the middle, and guess who? Dalton Kincaid all the way to the 15. And he's down on the ground after that catch, looking at his hand. I think he dislocated his pinky on the play. So that'll bring Kincaid out of the game, but hopefully you can just pop it right back in. 1st and 10. Palmer in motion. To be a handoff to Ty Johnson up the middle, and he barrels forward for 6. Good play call, the bowling ball of Ty Johnson. Gets 6. Coleman, Moore, and Palmer in the game. Moore along with Shakir. Yeah, no Moore this game. He was the healthy scratch. So replace him with Curtis Samuel, I guess, in your in your chat, and I would agree. 2nd and 3. Can the Bills find the end zone yet once again? Allen fakes it to Cook. He swings it out wide to Kincaid. There's a flag on the play. Gain of 2, but there is a flag. Might have legal downfield block. Debating getting a cup of coffee or waiting to see a touchdown first. The late coffee. Oh, and they call offensive pass interference. 10-yard penalty, a killer. Another penalty on Shakir, and these are all the fundamental ones. It's tough. It's an RPO. You're blocking for the run, and if it's a pass, you hope you get away with it. Just getting too cute again. You had a 2nd and 3, should have just ran it up the middle, got your yards, but now it's 2nd and 13. The audible is Ichiro. Let's see if it's a play to the right as a right fielder. What does Ichiro mean? Let's see. Allen, the backfield looking to throw, doesn't see anything now over the middle, and it's picked off. Jones on the interception. So penalty after penalty after penalty, and a terrible throw by Allen. You can see him pump faking 3 times. Nobody on this offense gets open. And New England will take over deep in their own territory. Yeah, just trying to fit it into a window that wasn't there. You had a 2nd and 3 from deep in the zone, and they piss away the opportunity. Well, now the defense has to come up with a big stop. And that is frustrating. Allen just getting impatient this game because nobody gets open. It is time to get him a receiver. This has been going on too long. And Diggs has to be laughing on the sidelines because this game is proving how much the Bills needed a guy like Diggs, a number 1 at receiver. Because other than Kincaid and Shakir on designed routes that make him open by automatically there, nobody gets open on this team. This is the worst group of wide receivers in the league. I would say, and I think I'm pretty confident in saying that. You can put this wide receiver group on any other team, and they are probably winless. Bills haven't lost a regular season primetime game since November 2022. They just refuse to help themselves. The penalties, and then instead of taking, your 3rd down there or taking your easy 2nd down, they're getting too cute with these RPOs. Allen taking too long to decide, and nobody gets open. Plenty of time in this game still. Harry's teams will never win anything. Yeah, I think it's just a Buffalo thing, right? This would be a tough loss to take, especially going into Atlanta next week, a team with a potent offense and one of the best running backs in the league. Yeah, defense got to step it up. Taking a look at the pick, and it's just a bad decision. But again, nobody open. He's got all day to throw this. Cook, yeah, just nobody open. Everyone just standing still. Nobody on this team can beat a guy one-on-one. They have to be schemed open. So the Patriots all the way back to their own 10, though. So hopefully the defense can get a stop. First play is going to be a handoff. Good defense from the Bills. A gain of 1. They keep showing Diggs on the sideline, hyped up, cheering on his teammates. Of course, this game means a whole lot to him. Last time Diggs played against the Bills, I'm pretty sure he beat the Bills with the Texans. Back when the Texans were a little more talented, but I say that, the Texans look pretty good today. Now they're at the 11, 2nd and 9. Gonna be play action. Rousseau's all over him, and it is caught by Diggs and a missed tackle. Oh, he almost fumbled the ball. He got it back himself, but it's only going to be a gain of 1 now. He could have easily had 5, but he tried to do a little move and almost lost the ball. Risky play by Diggs. With 2 minutes to go in the third. 3rd and long. Yeah, Jason, I'm right there with you. It's terrible play calling all night long. The execution has been even worse. So got lucky with that Diggs blunder. 3rd and 7. Can this defense get a stop? This is where they struggle. 3rd and long. They never get the pressure on, and somebody gets open in the zone. They don't bring any pressure. Now they send an extra guy late. May scrambles, looks for something, throws it towards the sidelines. And it is caught by Diggs. How do you allow that catch? Right near the sideline, and Benford just stood there and watched it. We're going to take a look at it here. What a catch. Toe drag near the sideline. And again, Benford just watched it happen. Terrible defense. And nobody can get to the quarterback every 3rd down. And again, Benford's got to be jumping all over him there, forcing a bobble on the ground. 1st and 10 now. Bill sends some pressure. It's going to be a screen, but it's dropped. Oh, that could have been a big-time play. The Patriots anticipated the blitz, called the perfect call, which is the screen. 2nd and 10. The Bills have been full on themselves the last 6 games. Yeah, finally a game where the Bills are not going to put up 30 points. Off games do happen, but they're still in this one, right? Like, you still have plenty of time. It's all on the defense now to try to get the ball back. 2nd and 10 from the 23. It's going to be a wide receiver screen. Looks like the coverage was there. Oh, and a head-to-head collision. Cole Bishop came flying in. No penalty, though. So solid gain by Douglas, and it's going to be a 3rd and short. 3rd and 3. Another chance for the defense to get off the field. This will be the last play of the 3rd, most likely. Good job by Shaq Thompson to get there, but he had to run all the way across the field. Here we go. Big play. 3rd and 3. Bills send a whole lot of pressure, and it is caught by Diggs. He runs backwards, and now he turns the corner and goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 1st down. And that will wind down the clock in the 3rd. End of the 3rd. Drake Mays just feeding Diggs. It was kind of a duck out of his hands. But, man, this defense is starting to struggle, starting to get a little tired late in this game. All right, John, have a good one. I think you're leaving a little too early. 3-point game, but definitely not playing too good. Milano questionable to return with a pectoral injury. Can Matt Milano make it through a quarter of football without getting hurt? That's the question. The Matthias Samuelson of the NFL. See if the Bills defense can step up and get a stop, but this game's certainly on the offense, not being able to do anything. Again, 2 3rd down opportunities. One was 3rd and long, and they just cannot figure out the 3rd and long with this current scheme. When they send pressure, it doesn't hit home. And when they sit back, he has all day to find the zone. And the coaching on the football side of things has been atrocious with this team for years now. On the personal aspect of it and on the motivational side of it, it's been good. But when it comes down to the X's and O's, this team cannot figure it out. And there has seemed to be a disconnect between the players and the coaches this game. It just seems out of sync. Everything they do, they seem ill-equipped and unprepared this game. We've seen a lot of different looks, and maybe that's why. Maybe it's time to go back to Joe Brady's 5 moves of doom, the run up the middle, the wide receiver screen, the run out wide, and slants. I don't know. But first and 10 over the 40 for the Patriots. Bills defense needs a big play. Need the ball. May. Under center. Looking, deep, and it is somehow caught. Hunter Henry at the 35-yard line. Wide open. Bills defense is just crumbling now in the fourth quarter. You cannot allow a touchdown. You got to hold them to at least a field goal. Again, guarding grass. The safety is guarding grass always on this team. Right at the 35. Again with the spread. Drake May fakes the handoff. Now he takes his check down. It is caught, and he'll go out of bounds for a gain of maybe a half yard. A little bit better look. Bills had good downfield coverage on that play. Forced the check down. The way this Bills offense has been playing, I mean, a touchdown might be icing on the cake for the Patriots here. Make it a 2-score game. Diggs over 100 yards. Second and 11. May takes a quick check down. It's to Diggs, and he slips out of a tackle. Another missed field goal. He's all the way down to the 10 and down at the 4-yard line. How many more missed tackles will this Bills defense commit? Just an underneath route, finding the zone, wide open, and Cole Bishop just completely whiffs on his tackle. That is as pathetic as it gets. Yeah, Bijan might break a single game record next week. First and goal from the 6. Mac Hollins is in the game. Watch for him to get a touch. It's going to be a run on this play. Good run defense there. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Daquan Jones in on the tackle. Second and goal. 10, they have another goal line stop. Diggs is on the sidelines. A little bit tired. You got to assume they're going to bring out the bigger bodies, maybe a tight end slant, or just keep running it down here. Like now it's going to be a flip down low. It looks like he's got good blocking, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And all of a sudden, they don't call any flags when the Patriots are moving the ball down the field, I've noticed. Ramondre Stevenson into the end zone for the touchdown. And they're an extra point away from making this a 10-point game. Still plenty of time left, but Joey Bosa completely fooled on the play. Mac Hollins destroyed Trey White in the end zone. Defense is starting to get tired. Again, you were moments away from tying or taking the lead, and a bad penalty and interception caused this. Extra point up and good. 10-point game. Yeah, Larry Ogunjobi play wide receiver. Yeah, I mean, aside from Ed Oliver, though, the defense is pretty healthy. Once you get the suspended guys back, of course. But that was a long drive. You had 2 third down opportunities to stop them early on, and they failed on both. And now the offense has to completely switch up. You got to throw a deep ball, draw pass interference, do something. You need a quick score. And again, if the Bills lose, teams lose, right? The Eagles lost today. They're the only undefeated team left in the league, so it does happen. I don't think it's time to freak out or anything. But the Bills are showing you what they are when teams recognize that they have no receivers to get open and just play run defense against them. Yeah, Don, absolutely atrocious. I mean, I am all in for Gabe Davis. I think it's time. Missed tackles have been addressed for years under McDermott, and it hasn't gotten. Yeah, and missed tackles again. It's a philosophy on how you tackle, and it's also just the kind of players, right? Some guys just will always miss tackles. They don't have the toughness to stick their nose in and make the tackles. And it seems like the Bills just continue to get these guys that go for the arm tackles. It's year after year after year. For sure, Jason. Need to trade for cornerback 2. Yeah. Cornerback 2 and a receiver that can get separation. You have neither. Travis White is cooked. Can't rely on him. And yeah, Harrison will come back, but who knows how long it's going to take him to get acquainted with the defense. And it might be time to move Taron Johnson outside the slot. I mean, it sounds crazy, but maybe you have a severe lack. Maybe you move Trey Day in the slot. I don't know. Just try to switch it up. Harrison maybe play the slot, and kickoff is up, and that one's going to go into the end zone. Oh, you got to take the knee there. Instead, Curtis Samuel's going to take out the return. He's down at the 25. I mean, it's so simple this year. If the ball is kicked into the end zone, let it go. You get out to the 35 automatically. It makes no sense how these players are so uneducated at the game of football. You have one job as the return man. If it goes in the end zone, let it go. If it's outside the end zone, you have to return it or else it goes to the 25. I get it. Just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, they don't even look like they want to be here right now. First down, play action. The Patriots know a throw's coming. Over the middle, wide open is Kincaid, and he's down at the 50, just like that. You got to get tempo now. He's up a little bit slow, but he looks good. You got to keep this tempo going. The Bills play best in tempo. Get down the field, get points, make it a one-score game. I know it's a little early to say tempo, but they've done this historically with Allen under the helm. They take too long. I remember the Titans game. They were down by 2 scores a few years ago. They did the same thing. They took too long to get down the field, and they could have scored way quicker. Already at midfield, 1st and 10. Allen motions Knox in. It's going to be another throw. This time he takes his check down and Cook. Lost a 2, but there is a flag, so that'll stop the clock. By Allen, maybe roughing the passer, and it is roughing the passer. So now the refs will do their common thing, which we've seen, right? Towards the end of a game, once they've already swayed the game, they'll make it even, right? They'll make it on paper look even, and this is one of those. Helmet to helmet, you got to call it. But a freebie for the Bills that stops the clock. And now before the snap, the refs are going to respot the ball and slow down the pace of this game. All right. So they're just going to move the ball on the other hash. Understandable. Yeah, it's plenty of time in this game. You just got to score quick. You can score quick, then you got no rush on defense. They put 11-11 on the clock, and here we go. From the 36. Allen hands it off to Cook, and he is... Oh, and he gets hit way late. Way late on that play by Farmer, and there's flags. It's going to be on sports or unnecessary roughness. Cook was taken down in the backfield and got blown up after his knee was already down. I don't think Farmer knew he was down. Cook faked the pitch back. Let's see if the refs talk this one over. It looks like a no-brainer. Yep, unnecessary roughness, another 15-yard penalty. So the Bills finally getting some calls back, but you'd have to be blind to miss both of those. Wow. Dawkins was a little late to pull that block, and that's why Cook got hit so late. That's a dirty hit. And Vrabel not arguing that one whatsoever with a 10-point lead and it being so obvious. That moves the Bills to the 25. If they try a run again. Making audibles. Kincaid motions in. Snapped. And Allen's going to try to take off with it, and he has crushed to the ground. He's a little slow to get up. He's feeling that one for sure. So I don't know if that was a design quarterback run or realized no one was open on his hot route. And now the clock's going to keep on running. 2nd and 7. Right on the shoulder, he falls. At the 22, Shakir in motion. Using the entire play clock. Peak zone. This time Allen throws it over the middle. Wide open as Dawson Knox stiff arms a guy and marches forward for the first down. Beautiful play by Dawson Knox, but now we're under 10 minutes. So again, got to keep going here. Keep the tempo. Good job on the block and release route. I always get worried when Dawson Knox has the ball in his hands. He's always going to try a stiff arm, and once in a while he fumbles. Allen at the 14. Shakir in motion. Allen. He's going to scramble. No flags, and he is out of bounds. And, could have called a late hit there too on Allen, but didn't. Gain of maybe 7. Out of bounds, but it doesn't stop the clock because it's not under 5 minutes. And I'd like to see a little more tempo from the Bills offense here. We're at 18 likes right now. Let's get 2 more by the end of this game. Get to 20. 2nd and 2. Bills got to get in the end zone quick here. They're at the 6. Take the entire play clock again. Shavers in motion. Hand it off. And Ray Davis up the middle for 1 yard. I don't think there's been a play all season where Ray Davis has gotten more than 1 yard up the middle. Now it's 3rd and 1, and the clock is still moving. Joe Brady, I don't know. And now we're going to try a QB sneak up the middle with Allen. And he gets all the way down to the 2. But that's going to keep the clock moving. They're going to be in the 7s. And Allen a little slow to get up again. Ray Davis was on the push there. First and goal from the 2. If they don't get in here, I don't know if you're ever going to get in. Heavy right side. Going to be a throw. Allen goes end zone. He's got a guy wide open. Keon Coleman. Touchdown. No flags. There we go. 8 plays, 433 it took. And first play was a Kincaid play to midfield that got him going. And those 2 penalties, 30 yards of penalty. A good throw by Allen right over the defensive back. Coleman gets on the board. And now an extra point would put it as a 3-point game. So Bill's not out of this one. Big kick for Prater, though. Cannot miss this extra point. Snap, hold, kick up, and good. Good job by Prater. So 7:37, good amount of time left. Even if the Patriots go down and get a field goal, the Bills are still in it. Just cannot allow a touchdown on this next drive. Good bounce back drive for the Bills, and they should have got points on their last drive too, if not for that pick. So offense looks way better in the second half. Now it's on the defense. That gave the defense a good amount of time to rest. They should be ready. So if the Bills could somehow come back and win this game, you can avoid the negative narratives like they did in week 1. But at the end of the day, whatever happens here, we have to say the receivers just have not been good enough. The defense, they've done good enough in this game. If they get one more stop, that'd be big. Some bad plays, but the play calling and the receivers just cannot get open. And it's a combination of, you can only scheme a guy open so much, where with this offense, I mean, as bad as Joe Brady's been tonight, what do you want him to do? Like, when the run game's not working, no one gets open downfield. So, and these teams continue to play softer coverage on the Bills when they're down. We've seen it time and time again. Whenever the Bills are down, they're able to march right down the field because these teams just sit back and let Allen pick them apart midfield. The Patriots should not be switching up their defensive game plan whatsoever, and they did, and it cost them. And if you guys are new in here, be sure to hit the like button. We got to get to 20 likes. We're 2 away. Hit that like button real quick. We'll be there. But another primetime game that the NFL has managed to make close. Hashtag noticing. At the end of the day, if the Bills lose, I'm blaming the Sabres being in the house. Elijah's predicting an interception. I hope you're right. Prater on the kick. Going to be fielded at the 8. And a good tackle by Gilliam down at the 24-yard line. Great special teams again. So here we go. Got to hold them to a field goal or less. Here we go. Defense needs to come up clutch. First and 10 from the 24. Now we can start to get a little bit nervous, right? Now we can finally stop the calmness. May gets the snap. Bosa breaks free, and May's going to have to throw it towards the sidelines, and somehow Stevenson's open for a 5-yard gain. May just getting out of the pocket, and his receivers are getting open. 2nd and 4. And everyone is Jerry Hughes. Everyone gets through, but they cannot touch the quarterback. Ugh. Jack Thomas kind of crossed up, but can't blame him. 2nd and 4. A little bit of confusion on the New England offense. Going to be a handoff and a yard short of the first down. You almost don't want to see that if you're a Bills player, because now it's 3rd and almost 100%. It'd be a free 40 yards or 40 seconds. 3rd and inches. This is a chance for the Patriots to do a little play action and chuck one deep if they want. But they're going to go with the QB sneak instead, it looks like. And they try it, and it's blown dead. A flag comes in. Are they going to roll them up? Ball start on the offense. That'll bring it back to 3rd and 5. Wow. A crucial penalty. They tried to get the sneak off too early. They did run the play, and it looked like he got it by a half yard, but it's getting brought back. Yeah, moved his head a little bit. The tough one. Doesn't get called against the Eagles. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 5. Now they moved it in. So can the defense get a stop on 3rd down? No pressure. Nobody can get through again. Shaq Thomas, late blitz. May rushing to the sideline. Shaq Thomas gets him out of bounds. A loss of 1. A huge play by Shaq Thomas. Or Thompson. And the Bills finally get a stop on defense, and the Bills offense will get the ball back. Wow. We'll see what Bryce Behringer does on the punt, if he can pin the Bills back. This is kind of a tough spot on the field where you either got to go for a nuke of a punt, or you got to go for placement and limit the return. He'll be punting right from his own 15. Looked like he tried to get the distance on it. It's all the way back, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for the touchback. Very close to stopping at the 2, but it does go in the end zone. So Behringer went with the distance rather than the placement, and it didn't work out for him. Bills will be at the 20 when they return. And here is where the Bills, they tend to outcoach themselves, right? What we're going to see the Bills do is they're going to try to take a lengthy drive. They're going to try to get down there and have the chance to tie the game or win the game at the very end. You can't do that in the NFL, right? That's a college thing. You can't do that in the NFL, and that's what the Bills do. They're going to run the ball. They're not going to go downfield. They're not going to take it when it's given to them. They're going to try to, 4 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards. And it's fine if you could do it, but if you don't, all that time is gone. If you can score quick and get points on the board, you still have 3 timeouts, even if New England has a chance at the end of the game. And this is where the coaching aspect plays into it. What do you try to do here? Do you try to go for, the perfect scenario, or do you just try to get the points? So we'll see. We'll see what the Bills decide to do, but you got to take the points, especially in this one when points are at a premium and you scored 3 in the first half. You have to take whatever's given to you. We'll see if they try to go downfield, because you got to anticipate New England thinks that they are going to do what I said and slowly, methodically move down the field. So maybe they'll send a blitz or play one safety deep for a play, and somebody's got to get open downfield. Can't give up on the Bills. Exactly, Jason. Elijah predicting a touchdown. Okay. You were close on your prediction last time of a pick. It was, just a turnover. So a stressful game, but at least the Bills have stayed in it and they've given themselves a chance. Next week, we got Lions and Chiefs. Going into the season, that probably would have been a fantastic matchup. Now it's a very good one, but not as crazy, I guess. They're showing the area around the KBC. We'll be there Thursday night. Yeah, Smooth Gaming says, please Lions win. That would be nice. Bills at the 20. 5:52 to go. Kincaid in motion. Hand off to Cook. Cook up the middle, and he stumbles forward for a gain of 3. Connor McGovern pleading for a face mask penalty. Does not get it. Yeah, matchup definitely not as Mahomey as it could have been. The way those two teams are playing, though, especially the Chiefs as of late. We'll see what they do Monday night. Yeah, Collinsworth doing a nice job breaking down the play, saying it's like a 70% chance they're going to run it. They ended up giving him 4. So second and a long 6. Allen has plenty of time. He's not going to take his first read. Instead, he's going to scramble outside the pocket to his non-dominant side and throws a pick. And there's a flag. There's a late flag. It was picked near the sideline. I don't know if he had his feet in bounds, but there is a flag. And it looks like he knows it's a pass interference call. Cook was the intended receiver, double covered. A bad throw by Allen again. Bad decision, but it might have got bailed out here. Let's see. Certainly incomplete, so not a pick. But they do call defensive pass interference. They didn't show on that replay if how Cook got on the ground, but I'm assuming he got pushed or dragged to the ground. Big time penalty. That one on Gibbons. Jack Gibbons. Okay, now they're going to show us the replay. Yeah, Cook just got shoved to the ground. But I would like to clarify that pass would have been incomplete if it wasn't a penalty. So no pick. 1st and 10 at the 43. Wow. Curtis Samuel in motion. Another play where no one gets open downfield, though. Allen had all day. Samuel in motion again. Gonna fake the handoff to Cook. No one open again. Allen pump faking like 4 times. Now he's gonna scramble and jukes out a guy for 3 yards. Made the most of nothing. But this has got to be concerning. I mean, nobody is getting open. Allen is motioning guys. He's going like that. Nobody's getting open. Wow. But a nice job by Allen to pick up positive yardage on this play. And then getting towards the sidelines again. Quarterback's very protected near the sidelines. 2nd and 6. Kincaid motioning up. Allen, it's a blitz. Allen just gets away from it, and Cook drops the pass, but it's honestly okay. Probably would have been a loss. 3rd and 6 now. You would think it's 4 down territory, but I don't know for sure. A blind blitz, and Allen did not pick it up. He wasn't able to get out of that one. Davis, a quick cornerback, able to get on top of him. 3rd and 6, big time play. Knox motions out wide. Interesting, Dawson Knox is out here. And Ty Johnson. I don't know what, this might be a design QB run. It's not. Allen going up top, and it is caught by Coleman. Back shoulder finally makes that catch. To the 40 in New England territory, 1st down. That keeps the clock moving. We're at 4:30. Now, if you're the Bills, you got to start taking the clock down. Jumped right over Davis. Finally, a jump ball he was able to go up and get. And that's the potential, but he's not there yet. Cook in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Cook up the middle. Not a whole lot of space. Stumbles forward for 2 yards. That keeps the clock moving. And still 3 timeouts for each team. Neither team wants to call a timeout just yet because we don't really know the direction of this drive. kind of in that no man's land where if the Bills can get a first down, New England might look to call timeouts. If they don't, Bills are going to try to, they're still not in field goal range, so at the 39. 2nd and 9. Patriots showing blitz. Allen picks up on it. Still 9 seconds to go on the play clock. They're still sending blitz. Allen throws it underneath. Caught by Shakir and first down to the 27. Great play design. Good job by Shakir to get separation, and good job by Allen to pick up that blitz well before the play clock expired. That was perfect football. Good pickup. Yep, so the defense changed it, but they just sent who was blitzing different, and they both ended up blitzing at the end of the day. Good job by Shakir not to fumble that. Tried to punch it out. Now the clock's down to 2:53. Bills have the ball at the 27. Kincaid in motion. Gonna be a wide receiver screen to Shakir, and he drops it. They say incomplete. That'll stop the clock. Oh, boy. They love that wide receiver screen, and it's really a dangerous play. You're doing a quick throw, a receiver is close to being a backwards pass if he drops it. Looks like he would have picked up maybe 3 or 4 on the play. It wasn't really well blocked, but the 2:43 to go in this game, 2nd and 10. Bills at the 27, 2nd and 10. Allen moves Cook to the other side. He's going to throw it. Pump fakes again. He is just not confident throwing the ball, and a Bills offensive lineman is down. I think it's McGovern. Allen now throws it to the back corner of the end zone. Coleman jump ball, caught it out of bounds. Incomplete. Worth a shot. Now it's 3rd and 10. Oh, boy. Big time 3rd down now. Hopefully McGovern's okay. He was slow getting up during that play. Christian Gonzalez on the coverage, but Coleman was too close to the sideline. By the time he caught it, he was way out of bounds. Yeah, 8 seconds of coverage, but again, there's a lot of standing around, and then you finally start running it. 3rd and 10. Do they try maybe a halfback screen? Sawyer, $2. Thank you for the donation. I'll read that in 1 second. Allen rolls out, looking for something. Nobody's open again. Whole lot of blocking. Now he throws it, and it is dropped. Shakir looking for pass interference. Not going to get it. Broken up by Gonzalez. 4th and 10. Allen cannot believe it. And now the Bills will try to tie it with a field goal. Sawyer says, I'm sorry you had to endure this. I appreciate the $2. I appreciate the dono. Thank you so much. W's in the chat. Oh, Gonzalez just, and he had a check down. Didn't want, he probably could have rolled out. No one was open, and Shakir was open, and looked like PI to me. Got there way early. Matt Prater, oh boy, big time field goal. Needs it to tie with 2:21 to go. A 45-yarder, not a gimme. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. Matt Prater, ice in his veins. We got ourselves a tie game. 2:17 to go. So the Patriots in a good spot right now to go down there and kick a game-winning field goal, but you still got the 2-minute warning, and the Bills still have 3 timeouts. So again, worst case scenario, if you're the Bills, the Patriots score, and you probably still got time with the ball. It's a weird amount of time left. Yeah, W Sawyer, W Jason in the chat. Thank you guys for the donos tonight. Somehow the Bills have crawled back into it. That is tough. Good kick by Prater, though. That is a big-time field goal. A lot of pressure on that kick, and he don't care. What a stressful game. At least it's not a playoff game. Prater's been so reliable for us. Absolutely. We say that, and he'll probably miss a game-winning kick or something. But, yeah, he's been great. Bass was so shaky the last couple seasons after having a good start with the Bills, and getting Matt Prater has been a godsend. Why do our receivers give up, don't come running back? Yeah, again, they're covered and they just stop. They stop moving around, and then when they see Allen still somehow up, they'll start moving around again. That play, I mean, it looked like Coleman got hit early, but it's tough. The Bills just got 6 penalties to go their way after getting the short end of the stick for most of the game. Big time opportunity for the defense. But it's going to be tough to stop them. I think the Patriots have kind of figured out the Bills' defense right now. Underneath routes and runs. I don't know. If I had to predict it now, I think the Patriots get down the field pretty early, and the Bills end up having, under 30 seconds with a chance to tie. That'd be my prediction. And again, just too many times I've seen Allen pump fake, and it's not him not being decisive. It's his receivers just not having separation. Elijah predicting a 3 and out. Okay. If the Bills special teams can stay good. The kick is going to be fielded at the 5. And tackled down at the 30, or not the 29 by Reggie Gilliam. Yeah. At this point, I'd take overtime game and take my chances. Even if they do still win this very ugly. Sawyer's got a history test tomorrow, Cook. How's it going, CC? Down to the wire again? Yep. Again, a win is a win, though. If they could win this game, winning solves all. But no matter what, we have some serious problems to talk about. And those will be talked about in the preview video and in the picks video this week, because the podcast is already pre-recorded all about the Sabres. At least get the point. Yeah, we'll be hearing that. And a free and there's no way it is completed. Diggs gets the first down at the 40. Drake May was getting sacked and somehow just threw the ball to Diggs for a first down. 2-minute warning. Nothing is going the Bills' way this game. The Bills cannot sack anyone. Daquan Jones couldn't get him down. They might review it to see if he was down, but I think he got it out in time. Ugh. Josh McDaniels will take them to number 1 in the division. Won't see a Super Bowl under McDermott. I don't know about number 1 in the division, but yeah, I do agree with the second point that you really got to luck into it with McDermott coaching this team. Hopefully they take a look at that, but it looks like he got that away before he was down. I mean, it's just insane. And it doesn't matter who's that quarterback. It could be Spencer Rattler. They cannot get their hands on a quarterback, and when they do, they still manage to throw it away, incomplete or completion. Diggs has come back to haunt us, especially this game, showing the lack of receivers on our team, and he's eating us alive. Well, Mahomie, that's crazy, yeah. Has to go outside the team for a defensive coordinator. Unreal catch, yeah. Yeah, John, I mean, again, it's a Sean McDermott run defense. He might not be calling the plays, but it's been his scheme, and whoever serves as the defensive coordinator is just a guy serving to fill the role. Ugh. of the DC situation. Looks like Josh's first year. It does, and I think it's just no one's getting open, and he's just trying to dance in the pocket and fake. You could see he's already got a pick, almost threw another one. He doesn't want to throw another one. Nobody's open. 2-minute warning. Play stands, so Patriots at the 40. Yeah, if the Patriots score quick, it's not the worst thing. At least you got a chance. Patriots do have an inexperienced kicker, but he's been money tonight. First down, they run it up the middle. Gain of 2. The Bills are not using timeouts here. Interesting. Change the scheme or change the coach. Yeah. Sawyer believes. Okay. Oh, how did Drake May get that pass off before the 2-minute? That is. Ugh. Bills not using a timeout there. 2nd and 9. There's a stunt. Wide open is Douglas. Or Booty. And the clock keeps running. 1st and 10. Right on the edge of field goal range. Now the Bills will have to start using their timeouts after this play. Again, Tre'Davious White caught in zone coverage. He's been just atrocious this game. I think we take it to overtime. If you want a chance at overtime, you gotta just come out with nobody on defense and hope the Patriots score a touchdown here, because they're just gonna trickle down on this defense. And the Bills do call a timeout, so now it's 1st and 10, and it's tough clock management. The Patriots at this point can literally just get in a field goal range and kick a deep one for the win with only 2 timeouts left. McDermott back at it at the 39. Mac Hollins out wide. You got to think it's a run. Patriots. Vrabel's looking to maybe call a timeout. He doesn't. It's a handoff up the middle. About a 5-yard gain. Bills call another timeout with 1:13. I don't know how. A run's up the middle is coming. I don't know how they get 5 yards on that. Like the Bills' new rivalry jerseys. Copy of our Warrior uniform. I think they do look cool. They don't seem to be lucky jerseys, but they do look cool. Second down, and again, the clock management by the Bills was just terrible. The Patriots get a first down, it's over. Even if they don't, they could take it down to pretty much just terrible clock management. 2nd and 5. It's the same formation. Let's see if they go up the middle again. They do. Same exact play. That time it's stuffed for a loss of 1. Bills call their last time out with 1:07 on the clock. What does New England do here? Do they run it, take the clock down, and leave Buffalo with really no time left and kick a field goal? Or do they throw it for a first down and end the game just like that? I don't know why you wouldn't throw. They're just going to run. They're going to send one extra guy, not going to get home, and somebody's going to be wide open in a zone. I mean, it's so predictable with this defense. Yeah, Packers lost the Browns. It does happen. It's tough to win 5 games in a row in the NFL, especially against a team that knows what you're doing, a team that is in your division, and when you're the team not switching schemes or coaches, the book's already been written, and they see it twice a year. 3rd and 5. Here we go. 1:07 to go. Do we play action? And it is another missed tackle, and Drake May get sacked, but he stays in bounds. Joey Bosa missed a sack, but he tried to get there, so they're going to have a field goal chance with like 20 seconds to go. If the Bills get the ball back, there's not going to be a whole lot of time. They got no timeouts. Jerry Hughes effect again. Yep. Oh. Wow. Big time field goal. Again, no wind really. It's a perfect day to kick, but high pressure for a younger kicker. He has kicked a 53-yarder this year. He's a rookie. 20 seconds. Patriots use their first time out of the half. So the good news is the Bills only got to get to field goal range. So you got to draw pass interference when you get the ball back or something like that. I don't know. At least we have the savers. That'll be the last time we get to say that this year, unfortunately. I mean, if he misses this, like they just said, you're flipping the field and the Bills have a chance to kick their own. But this is a long field goal, but it's far from impossible. These rookie kickers just make everything nowadays. 4th and 5. He's going to kick the field goal. It's a 52-yarder. He's already made a 53 this year. Bills trying to draw motion. They don't. Kick is up right down the middle and good. With 15 seconds left, the Bills are going to have easy field goal. Again, nobody misses field goals nowadays. Oh, we need a Keon Coleman jump ball. Man, that sack would have been nice, but... Yeah, great kick. Again, perfect night to kick, of course. It's 80 degrees. I mean, that was probably good from 70. Right down the middle. Yeah, 13 seconds, 15 seconds now. And it goes into the... Oh, why are we returning it? Oh. Curtis Samuel goes out wide and wastes a whole lot of time. Bills down to 8 seconds. There's a flag. It's probably a hold that'll bring him back. Holding on the offense too. Wide year. I mean, Curtis Samuel should be benched for the way he's returned tonight. Holding was on Joe Andreessen. Just, I mean, how many times have we seen him in the end zone, catch the ball and bring it out? Just bonehead stuff. I mean, they have maybe a chance for an out route and then a Hail Mary. But they're so far back. And they're going to be moved all the way back to like the 15. Terrible return. Terrible decision. 1st and 10. They're giving the Bills a whole lot of space. Patriots are going to call a timeout. So the Patriots, it looks like they're going to play prevent. So you're going to have a sideline route to make the Hail Mary a little more manageable. Allen can throw it. He can throw it 70 yards. Just got to get to the 30. Now they look a little bit more bunched up right around the 30. Your goal is to get out of bounds with like 1 second here. 7, 6, 5, and that's the game. So the Bills throw an in route. Okay. And that's game. So New England wins this one 23-20. Bills suffer their first loss of the season. I mean, that is probably the worst play call I've seen in a game where there's a lot of bad play calls. I don't know how you don't throw it out of bounds there. But yeah, interesting. Interesting play calls today. Bills still first in the AFC East. Still tied for first in the AFC. These losses happen, but the refs, they tried to even it out at the end, and at the end of the day, the Bills beat themselves. No one to be mad at besides the coaching staff and the players on the field. That's a tough loss. And now the Bills got to go play in Atlanta Monday night. Going to be a tough one. Then they got their bye, a much-needed bye at this point. Sawyer, thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it doesn't mean season's over. It is what it is. But just so predictable at the end of that game. Terrible timeout management as well, wasting that one. You should have saved it for first down, second down, third down. I don't understand how somebody could be so poor at time management. And McDermott continues to prove why he is not a good coach in the clutch. But at the end of the day, we'll bounce back. It is what it is. At least this game didn't go till like 12. We'll see. So shout out Stefon Diggs, had a monster game. Got his revenge, I guess you could say, on the Bills. But can't dwell on it. Got to bounce back next week, and he got an extra day to prepare for it. So that's what it is. Thank you guys for joining. The stream will end momentarily, so I'll just stare into the camera until it does. Thank you guys, and peace out.